Gyokeres silence people on, of course, the internet with the 2 goals he scored. Of course, Arsenal are 9 points clear. Chelsea, Palmer hat-trick. Palmer is back, of course, with a hat-trick, a first-half hat-trick. Of course, Man United win against the mighty Spurs. Absolutely irrelevant. Currently, Spurs, as it stands, maybe they'll get relegated and will be absolutely rested by this, of course. There's a lot to talk about, people. A lot to talk about. Havertz is actually cooking for Arsenal currently as it stands. The 2 people that Ashraf doesn't like, Havertz and Gyokeres, are cooking. Of course, the 2 people that I was against all the time are cooking now. Big up Dayo, and his kid is out here supporting Arsenal. Big up Dayo's kid. Big up Dayo's kid. Oh. Big up Dayo's kid. Of course, there is Igal tried to press me on the football terrace about Gyokeres. We're going to have a discussion about it. We're going to have a discussion about Chelsea and Man United. This is going to be a great show for you people. So let's get the likes up. It's 400 people in the house and we're just starting the show. So hit the damn like. Let's get to 300 likes live. And if you're watching this replay, hit the like button. I want to hear from all of you in the description as well. How is everyone feeling? Number one, I'm going to say a couple of things. Ashraf is the one who told everyone that most likely within February, Arsenal will be 9 points or more ahead of City. And everyone said, you're crazy. You're crazy, Ashraf. And Marshall is here, back in Liam Rosenior, of course. Absolutely, he called that Arsenal. Of course, Liam Rosenior with his antics and all the stuff. He talks well, though. Liverpool must win tomorrow. Fantastic. Where do we start, people?
Probably the league leaders, right?
We have to start with Arsenal. Ashraf, have you changed your opinion about Gyokeres today? Because Igal wanted me to change my opinion about Gyokeres.
That's stupid. Why would anyone change their opinion after one match? I think it'll take like a consistent run of 10 to 15 games to change my... It's the same way how it took me a consistent run of 10 to 15 games to change my mind about him being a good striker for Arsenal to a bad striker for Arsenal. So it's the same way, the other way around as well. But look, he's done well today. I'll give him credit for that. I think he's done exactly what he needed to do, which is come off the bench, make a big impact, be in the right position, finish the chances he got, which is amazing. I think he's done well in the last few games as well, coming off the bench. Against Leeds, came off the bench and actually he didn't come off the bench. He started against Leeds and he scored, obviously, and scored the 3rd goal. So whenever he does well, I'll give him praise. I'll give him credit. I think he deserves to get all the praises he's been getting recently. But he needs to obviously continue that and keep that performance going. So if he does, I'll happily say, yeah, he's turned the corner and he's doing really well.
Let Dio respond to you, to be honest.
I mean, so far so good. I think Gyokeres has been doing good. He's got what 8 GA in the last 7 games. Like what more do you expect from a striker that we still say is still trying to find his feet in the Premier League? And this January he's been on it. You know, he's been on it. He scored 6 goals, assisted twice. He's got what 15 goals in all competitions for us. You know, so again, yeah, I know everybody was expecting this guy to show up to become our goal machine and score. But again, regardless of what you expect of him, we are where we're at with him. He's contributed to where we're at. That's number one. Number two is, honestly speaking, like right now, what we have the second, we scored the same amount of goals as City, right? It's not like we're literally joint top scoring team right now in the Premier League, conceded the least, and we've won most of our games. The Gyokeres leading the line, you know. So I get it. He's not pleasing to the eye. He's not the striker that I wanted, to be honest. But then I have to say kudos to Mikel Arteta and his team for figuring out a way to use this guy in certain games. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like the way he runs. I don't like his first touch. But if all you're going to do is put the ball in the back of the net once you get on the pitch, job done for me. I can't ask for more. I can't. You know, he's not an Isak that is going to be pleasant to the eye. He's not a Haaland that will do a backflip in the air. He's a bully striker, and he knows how to position himself. And again, today, 2 goals off the bench. Let's be honest about it. None of us gave him that chance. We thought Jesus was going to take it and run away with it. When Jesus came back and Inter showed what he could do, every Arsenal fan said, "Oh, start Gabriel Jesus. Don't start Gyokeres anymore." But here we are again today. You know, so again, he's been consistent over the last few games. I need 2 more games from him like this, consistently back to back, to be able to say, you know what, hey, you've turned the corner. Right? If I get that from him, I'll be like, but again, I've backed him because he's my striker. I can't buy another striker. There's no window until the summer. And, you know, this manager...
But it's okay to criticize. Like, even your player, it's okay to be objective and criticize.
No. I've already said that he's bad, right? I think he's not a good striker. But what I'm saying is the manager has found a way to make him effective. 1. 2, I have to put context around the striker. He's one of the many strikers. In fact, all the good strikers in the Premier League are struggling. A lot of them are struggling. Haaland and Igor Thiago are the only 2 with, and then maybe Ekitike who just joined them. Every other, so again, he's a bad striker struggling in the system where strikers that are better than him are struggling. But he's already, again, 8 goals this season for us. You know, it's not enough.
Wait, which strikers are struggling that are better than him?
I'm saying, like, look across the Premier League. Only 3 strikers have scored, 3 out-and-out strikers have scored more than 15 goals. Ekitike has scored what, 10 or 11?
That doesn't mean they're struggling. Would you say Calvert-Lewin is struggling?
I'd say he's struggling. I'm saying no, but here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Ashraf, hear what I'm saying. I said across the league, you can't mention 10 strikers that have scored more than 15 goals, right? Most strikers are between 10.
When has that happened in the Premier League? When has that happened in the Premier League?
Again, this I'm saying, but again, the stats show this season that most strikers are between 10 and 6 goals. Majority of the strikers. The outliers are the Haalands and the Igor Thiagos and the Ekitikes who just joined into 10 and all of that. So my point is, he's a bad striker in a system where even though he's bad, he's in the average of what strikers are scoring. You know, so yeah, we can criticize him all we want, but he's in the average of what strikers are scoring basically across the league. You know, the average is 8. Realistically, take away the outliers, which is the Haaland. Haaland is a machine, respectively. You know, Igor Thiago, phenomenon this season. Where did he come out of? And Igor Thiago, not to take anything away from him, out of his 16 goals, 5 of them are penalties. Not to take anything, not to take anything away from him, but you know, there's a big portion of his goals that are penalties. So I'm not, you know. We can criticize Gyokeres, but when he does well, kudos.
I think the biggest sign this season has to be what you were saying, though, Dio, right? Consistency, because you know, strikers, attackers, they go through runs of form. But what makes strikers and some of these attackers elite of the elite is doing it game in, game out. So kudos to Gyokeres. He's had a good month of January. It's running into February now. It's against a Sunderland team that you guys struggled with in the first leg of the season, right? So for you guys to get this result is a good thing for Arsenal. For Gyokeres to get involved and get some goals is a good thing for his confidence. If he can keep doing it and show consistency, then maybe people's opinions will change, because he came here with a reputation of being this top-notch, really high goal scoring. Everyone's looking at the numbers and how efficient he is. Like what, 41 goals in 48 games.
The Premier League, the Premier League is a different beast, man. He's learned that. He's realized all that noise that we were making about him. I think people don't know how hard it is to win the league. We've forgotten how hard it is to win the league. I said at the very beginning, I wanted Isak all summer, but that's who I knew. I knew we're not going to get him. But then when we got Gyokeres, I was like, you know what? I want to see how good this manager is, because I don't think Gyokeres fits this team, right? But today I noticed something. We played for Gyokeres today. We played a lot more when he came on when he came into the pitch, especially with Kai Havertz, who always plays that first time ball. Odegaard likes to touch the ball, hold it, wait, slow the pace down. By that time, Gyokeres' run is already discovered. He's already found out. But Kai Havertz playing those first time balls, the ball comes, boop, Kai Havertz pops it to him. He's in space. He sees the chance. It doesn't have to look pretty. Put it in the back of the net. I think those two would work together. I think Kai Havertz and then Martinelli again has given him a couple of assists this last month. Martinelli coming in has given Gyokeres a bunch of assists as well. So I think the players that will work with him, and I'm glad that we have a squad where we can change. Like if we play Jesus, the players that will work with Jesus. You know what I mean? So I think today he did what he needed to do with a brace. Kudos. That's all I can say. That puts us 9 points ahead. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I want to move on from Gyokeres. I've spoken a lot about Gyokeres. 15 goals all come so far. Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, so 15 goals all come so far. He's come and say 17 GA in 30 games for Arsenal, but need more. Yeah, I'm not sure if he ends the season with 25 GA in all comes. That's not bad for a striker, right, Matt?
That's not bad.
You're muted.
It's not bad at all.
No, you're good now. You're good.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Mo, you know me, I'm not a bragger. You know me, I don't like to brag about this. But at the end of the day, listen, we just want to win the Premier League. I feel like as Arsenal fans, we can talk about Havertz, we can talk about Gyokeres. Just bring me the Premier League title.
3 points.
This is what I'm saying. Then in the summer, then we can sit down. Then we can look at this player, that player, this player. Just get the wins. Just get the wins, win the league. And Mo, if you remember a few months ago, I said about the fixtures, and I was talking about fixtures who Arsenal got out of the way, and I said, as the season goes on, if we can get a 9-point gap and then play the likes of a Wolves, or Brentford, or all these other teams, bring us the Premier League title. Look at the little one. I said, bring us the Premier League title, So we're at that point. Obviously, you've got one hand on it. I don't want to show you the full trophy yet, but you see, there's just one little hand on it.
Yeah. Check this out, man. Look at this. Watch my baby. She's 1 year old. Right? Show me Gyokeres. Show me Gyokeres. Go. Ready? Gyokeres, go.
Big up Tayola. I want to mention something about. Are we putting to everyone? Ahmed, big up Ahmed for joining us. Congratulations on the win, my man. I want to mention something about Arsenal. Are we putting down the agenda that Arsenal are boring and Arsenal don't play good football, Arsenal are not entertaining, and all this crap that has been said? Okay, so let me give the context. And 7 goals in the last 2 games, clean sheets, 6 from open play, variety of goals from crosses, from through passes, from between the lines, from shooting from outside the 18 now. This is what Arteta has promised. I remember after the Liverpool game or some game.
United game.
United game. And Arteta said, from that point, you will see us being more. And I think one of the key factors in this is actually having 2 striker formation and allowing number of people to go inside the 18 and having Zubamendi support the attack. And I think it's actually, this is going to bed, Marshall, to be honest. They scored 40, Marshall. They scored 49 goals in the league, the most goals in the Champions League. So how come this team is not good? I think they are very good. I was entertained.
It's a narrative, and I get the narrative. They can't banter the football anymore, so they have to call it boring because they can't watch the game and be like, oh, you know what, Arsenal were pointing. I was talking to Igal earlier in the stream, and he said, oh, we missed a lot of chances, and I said that's what happens to teams that create a lot of chances. You miss a lot of chances because you create a lot of chances. Hence why Haaland has missed the most big chances, but has the most goals. Because he gets a lot of chances. That's what happens. I said, so I'm never upset when we miss chances. It just means we're creating a lot. And when you create a lot of chances, you will eventually get one or two of
But
those
you guys
chances.
create a lot of chances from your set pieces as well. Like
Maybe
there's,
that's-
you have to, we have to like really use our words correctly here. You're creating chances from set pieces.
Marshall, again, creating chances, creating chances. Whether it's from a set piece, whether it's from open, we scored more open play goals than our set pieces. We scored
Yes.
15 set piece goals in the Premier League, and we scored 27 open play goals. I don't see anybody complaining about that. I see them trying to hold on to the set pieces and making that like the top notes. Yes, we've scored the most. Yes, we've scored the most set pieces, but that's, let's be honest, Marshall. It's like me taking away a penalty from Cole Palmer because it's a penalty. No, it's a goal.
No, I get it.
So
And
creating
at the
a
end of
chance
the
is
day,
creating a chance.
at the end of the day, for Arsenal
And how are we
fans, who cares?
getting the corners? How are we getting those corners? We're attacking. It means that they're defending, which means we're getting into their box. So when a team is compressing you and putting pressure on you in your box, and you're conceding corners and throwing close to your goal, it's on you to make sure you push up the ball. If you're allowing us to press, it's not like, oh, Arsenal is getting corners because their keeper shanked the ball by mistake, or because, you know, somebody just mistakenly. No, we're attacking you. And if you concede a corner, we know how to use it. If you don't, we're cutting through you. That's what's happened with most teams. You know, so again, this team is a very, very good team. Very, very good.
Ashraf, about this point, do you think that Arsenal have improved now in terms of like the way you play?
Yeah, I think before the Leeds game, we were playing quite conservative and quite slow and quite laid back. And I think it was, I don't care if it's boring or not, as long as we win the league, but
Exactly.
I don't think we were playing our best football. That's the reality. I think given the quality of the team we have, I think we have the best squad in the league. I think I said we've got the best squad in Europe as well. We need to be playing, and we have the best attacking depth in the league. If you look at the players we have on the bench, the one starting, I think we should have taken advantage of that a lot earlier, and we didn't. But yeah, credit to Arteta. He said after the United game, we're going to play with a lot more enjoyment, and he kind of implied that they're going to attack a lot more, and we've seen that against Leeds. Against Kairat Almaty, which I know like maybe is not the opposition we should be judging on, but if you look at Leeds and Sunderland, we have done nothing but be forefront and play with intensity, very, very good on the attack, creating chance after chance after chance, and just ripping teams apart. And Sunderland and Leeds are not easy to play against. So credit to him. He's actually said it and he's living by it. So if we continue playing this way, we're going to have a big gap.
I remember last show we talked about this too. It's like, who cares if... Listen, when Chelsea were winning under Jose, they used to say boring Chelsea, right? Like at the end of the day, no one cares as long as you're winning. And Arteta's found a method to win games despite, you know, these past few games have been better, but most of the season it's been very boring. I mean, it wasn't too long ago, right after that United loss, where they were spewing all those stats, right? Saka, this many games without an open any GNA. You had Madueke hadn't scored a goal in over a year in the Premier League. You know, Martinelli. They went down the list of all these players and all the lack of goals, but it's improved over the past few weeks, and if it keeps going like this, I don't think anyone's going to be saying it's boring Arsenal. But if you look at the majority of the season, Mo, it has been boring Arsenal.
But the reason why I'm asking this question, I was thinking about this when I was on Imageship, and I couldn't bring it up, and I'm like, if we're talking about the contribution of attackers in the league, Arsenal, they have the most They have the most attackers that contributed to the goals. I know that Man City might be number one because they have Haaland with 25 GA. Man United because they have Bruno Fernandes, of course. But if you're going to exclude the number 10, because Arsenal don't have a number 10 basically playing for them, but I'm going to include Havertz in there. Do Arsenal have the best attacking depth in the league? It's not only about the quantity. Is it Madueke, Saka, Trossard, Martinelli, Gyokeres, Havertz, Jesus? I'm counting all of this in comparison with Man United, because Man United have Cunha, Mbeumo, Ahmad, and Cisco and Xerxes. This is what they have, right? Am I wrong? Cunha, Ahmad, Mbeumo, Cisco, and Xerxes. I'm excluding Bruno. If I include Bruno, I'm not sure who to include from Arsenal. Should I include Mikel Merino then? Because if we're talking about a midfielder contributing to the attack, should I include Merino? For Man City, there is Shirky, there is Doku. I'm not going to count Semenyo's goal at Bournemouth because he didn't score them at Bournemouth. He didn't get them at Bournemouth. Do Arsenal have the most in-depth attack in the league, though?
Look again. Here's the thing. As individual players, you can pick out their weaknesses and be like, there's certain like this. Saka has not been doing well this season. This person has not been doing well this season. But in every team metric, Arsenal is in top 3 of this season. Every positive team metric. If you look at goals per match, we're up there with Manchester City and Manchester United. In fact, we're better than Manchester United with goals per match right now. Goals conceded per match, we have the best.
Yeah, but
like so in every metric as a unit, right? As a forward unit. And again, I think most people, there's this narrative that our strikers are not firing on all cylinders. Yes, a lot of players on the Arsenal squad have contributed goals, but our forward line has contributed the most goals.
the reason why I brought that up today, Ahmed, is because today, for example, Martinelli assisted and Gyokeres scored 2. Havertz assisted. You know what I mean? They contribute to the assists as well, like the goals and assists.
Man United's attack is better though, still.
No, but see, again, nobody's arguing
How
about.
are they better?
Listen, hold on, Ash. Let me just address this. Nobody's talking about if you're better, then you should be top of the league. Like if what we're talking about.
No.
Dayo, you're going on a different argument now.
That statement is not right. That statement is not correct.
But they're not better than us. I think outside Bruno, they don't have any player better than us in that.
Actually, I can go through it individually if you want.
Okay, let's hear it.
Ahmad's been better than Saka this season. That's a fact, right?
He's not a better player than Saka. I understand that, but he's not a better player.
He's a better player than him in every aspect of the game.
I don't want to discuss Saka.
He is.
He's not a better dribbler. He's not a better scorer. He's not a better passer. He's not a better crosser.
Everything you've named individually, yeah, Ahmad surpasses him in that aspect. Secondly,
based on what? Based on opinions or facts?
It's an opinion, and secondly, it's also a fact as
it's
well
not
because
factual.
Ahmad's a better footballer than. Anyway, yeah, we already know this, innit? Yeah. So again, Ahmad's a better dribbler, better attacking threat, better in 1v1 situations, better on the eye, better in terms of everything.
No, but Ahmed, can I stop you here and say something? But this season, I'm talking about the attacking contribution, right? So for Chelsea, I'm talking about Neto, João Pedro, Delap. I'm talking about Estevao. For Man United, I'm talking about the contribution. Amad Diallo played kind of similar minutes to Saka. He had 2 goals and 2 assists, if I'm not mistaken. Saka, with all his injuries, had 4 goals and 3 assists.
So are we going to be?
And I know, hold on. Okay. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that Ahmad played wing back, but that's not Saka's fault.
I'm not talking about wing back. Ahmad Diallo.
And we're not talking on the eye, Ahmad. My question has nothing to do with the eye because the reason Shirky on the eye look better than everyone, right? Like we know, I agree with you. Palmer on the eye. Okay, hear me out. Hear out the argument before you respond. Maybe Amad Diallo on the eye look better because he does the dribble. Maybe for some people and some people. That's a very subjective conversation. My argument wasn't about that. It was about the contribution to your attack, to the league. It's about the contribution to goal. For example, Neto on the eye might not be better than Madueke, right? Madueke dribbles more. Madueke does more dribbling. But the output of Neto this season has been more than Madueke. So I would choose, in terms of output, I would choose Neto. Like I looked at the number. Neto had like 9 GA or something like this.
Right.
Is Diallo having a good season, according to you?
Diallo's having I told Ahmed many times, for a winger. Hold on, Ahmed. Let me
so imagine Diallo who's apparently better than Saka.
Guys, Ashraf asked me a question. I need to answer it first before we go on. It's going to be a short answer. For a player that is supposed to get more GA than this, having 2 goals and 2 assists, even from the wing-back position, I think it's a little bit underwhelming. Has Amad Diallo been bad? No. Because when I watch Amad Diallo, it's contributing to the game.
Has Saka been bad this season?
Yes.
That's the difference. I'm going to tell you. For his standards, Ashraf, here's the difference with me and
There's
Ahmed.
no for his standards. He's just been bad.
I hold Saka. If I hold Saka to a way higher standard,
correct.
That's hence because let me put the context for the people in the chat. For someone who had multiple seasons in the Premier League with 20-something GA, even the season that Palmer won Player of the Season, he had only 2 GA less than the player that won Player of the Season. I have to hold him to higher standards. Hence, Saka's having a bad season.
This is the funny thing about you saying, and I agree, by the way. I think according to his standard, he has been bad. Saka in a bad season versus Diallo in a good season. Saka has more goals per game, same assists per game, creates more chances per game, dribbles more per game, attempts more dribbles, and completes a high success with dribbles per game. So in all the metrics that Ahmed was saying Diallo is better, factually, this is why I asked him, is it facts or opinion? If it's opinion, I can easily start throwing dumb opinions out there. Oh, Havertz is better than Haaland, guys. Havertz is better than Haaland because he looks better. He wears a better number.
By the way, expected assists as well. Saka's more. That means the forward is letting him down.
Listen, in the most respectful way, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. We're debating.
I can't debate and talk about who's a better player when all I'm hearing in terms of the argument is GA. Because that is one of the most useless.
I gave you eye test, but you don't want to hear it.
Hold on, wait. I've let you talk.
That's on you.
Let him talk so I can respond because I have a very easy response. Because
if you look at Man United's attackers, everyone will be saying that Cunha's been the guy or Mbeumo's been the guy because of the amount of goals that they scored in it. But if you watch Man United week in, week out, right? Because I don't think you guys watch Man United. I've watched them a lot this season. Yeah, I've not missed a single game. I can tell you,
I haven't missed a game for Man United this season as well. I haven't missed a game.
Hold on. I've watched us in the attack here, even when Diallo was playing as a wing back, because you got to understand, last season is the only season where he started to get more minutes. And he even played as a wing back and still did his thing there. Now, this year, in terms of performances and consistency, because when I talk about consistency, I value the performances super high in it because the goals and assists here will naturally come, right? It will naturally come when the team's playing better, when you're putting in more opportunities, when you're putting in goal scoring opportunities. All of that is going to come naturally, bro, innit? So the fact that Amad Diallo is putting in good performances and he's not even getting the goals and assists, does that not show you how good he is, yeah? Because if a man is solely reliant on getting... If a man is only solely... If your only argument, oh, but he's got more J than this guy. Brennan Johnson got like 11 goals last year. Bowen's
Can I ask you a question then, Ahmed?
Diallo also went to AFCON.
Exactly, but Bowen... I think Bowen...
That's why I did it per 90, so that AFCON is a...
Bowen gets loads of goals and assists, right? No one really talks about him like that because he plays for West Ham, right? Everyone talks about the GA. Brennan Johnson, I think I got like 12 goals last year and 6 assists. I think that's more than Ahmad. But Ahmad was the better player.
So Ahmed, can I ask you, what do you expect from Ahmad? Like, when Ahmad plays for United, what do you expect him to do? What do you want him to do?
Cooking his fullback and creating opportunity. If you watch today's game,
perfect. Wait, stop. Just pause on that. You said
his fullback,
cooking. I agree. Perfect, amazing. You said cooking his fullback and creating opportunities. Let's stick on that.
Hold on. Yeah.
Cooking his fullback is a stat.
He's literally stick. Ahmed, stop.
One point at a time. One point at a
time, right? Because I'm only one second, Dio.
No, Ashraf, let me moderate this. Ahmed, I know you have so many other points as well, Ahmed.
Exactly.
But I know, and we're gonna debate all of them, and I'm gonna get you. But I want to debate with you every point individually, and also, guys, Matt, Marshall, Javon, you guys are with us as well. Like, you don't have to.
Sorry, guys, I'm gonna
actually. I want to say something. Saka has 4 goals and 3 assists in the Premier League this season. Amad Diallo has 2 goals and 2 assists in the Premier League this season. What are we doing here? World class Bukayo Saka. This shouldn't even be an argument. Don't. No.
This is why we're having a conversation.
Guys, I didn't get his point. What was your point? Sorry.
Okay, how can you get my point when I don't finish?
That's the point.
Yeah.
We're talking mid
Hold on.
How can you understand my point when I'm trying to get to my point and you're
based on what? How has it been bad?
I didn't cut you off. I was asking what's your point because the others cut you off. But go on.
No, but
my point.
Again, yeah, bro. Like, listen, everyone can watch football with how they. If they want to use stats, they can use stats. Yeah. When I watch Amad Diallo, yeah, the guy is literally involved with majority of our attack, even if it doesn't result to the final assist or the final goal. Right? He's involved with everything. He's linking up with the midfielders. He's linking up with the fullbacks. He's even defending. He's doing all that. Yeah. His performance, bro. I've never looked at a game. Yeah. Where I'm like, Ahmad's touch is disgusting. Yeah, he's not even linking, bro. He's not even dribbling past plays. He's not even doing any of that, bro. Like all of it, yeah. He ain't a stats guy. He's not going to be the guy yet to get you 20 goals and 10 assists.
But Ahmed, this is what I wanted. This is the point I wanted to make.
Let him land.
Literally, this is the point I was going to make, and then I'm done. That's why I'm picking your words. I'm not going by what others are saying. You said what I expect him to do is cook his fullback and create chances. So 1 second. Cooking his fullback means dribbling past him. Saka statistically does that better. Creating chances is actually a stat called creating chances, and Saka statistically does that better. So you are naming things that are stats.
Can you show me a stat? Okay. How about this? Yeah. Show me
I can share my screen and show it to you right now.
Show me a stat. Yeah. Show me a stat when the guy performs throughout 90 minutes, involved. Let's say, for instance, he's involved in 3 builds-up of goals. Right. We scored 3 goals. Right. And Mbeumo scored a goal. Cunha scored a goal. He didn't get the final assist, but he was involved in the build-up, right? He won the ball. But give me a stat for that.
Ahmed, let me say something real quick to you.
Because these guys.
Listen, Ahmed, let me say something real quick.
You see what I was trying to say?
Hold on,
I'm not even going to participate anymore.
Ahmed, I'm just going to say this real quick, right? Ahmed, I'm not even going to do the Saka Ahmed thing. I'm just going to say something real simple. Arsenal are top of the league, right? Majority of our attack goes through. Hold on. Just listen to what I'm saying. You need to shut up sometimes and listen, because when you're talking, I was quiet.
Speaking. It's a panel.
No, you were talking and I was quiet.
Dayo, don't tell him to shut up, Dayo. Don't tell him to shut up, Dayo.
Don't tell me to shut up.
Tell him to shut up, Dayo.
Respectfully, don't tell me to shut up.
Dayo. Don't tell him that, Dayo. Don't tell him that.
Because
don't tell me to shut up, innit? Yeah,
Dayo, don't tell him that. Dayo.
Okay, Mo, can you stop? Let me speak.
Dayo, stop.
Let me apologize, Mo.
He's apologizing.
That's what I was saying. Calm down. Ahmed, I apologize for using the word shut up against you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Big man, Dayo.
Bro.
Big man, Dayo.
Yeah, I beg, no vex. Don't be upset. It came out of a place of
apologizing for that.
No. He said he didn't like it, and if someone says they don't like something, I'll apologize.
This is going to happen when no one let anyone finishes.
Okay, fair enough. I've apologized. I hope you accept my apology, Ahmed. That's all I care about right now. Yeah, there we go. You see, you want to make it worse. Why am I apologizing? Let me apologize.
Well, but the thing is, though, this is the quickest way we could just
let Dayo now make his point. Let me make Dayo make his point, and then I'm gonna end this debate in one thing, actually, because
all I'm saying is Arsenal are top of the league right now. Majority of our attack, even as bad as everybody has said it is, goes through the right. So what you're asking, the stat that you're even asking, saying Ahmad is involved in all your attack. Literally, all our attack when Saka is on the pitch literally goes through him. Literally, Arsenal 49% of Arsenal's attack goes through the right-hand side, that right-hand channel, and it's Saka. So again, if you're going to use a stat like that, you have to be able to show me that majority of your attack goes through the right. And that's not it for United. So that's all I was going to say to you. Again, there's really no stat that you can point on and say this player was involved in all of this. You can use the team metric to look at that.
I didn't talk. I don't want to this Saka. Me and Ahmed have been on here. We spoke about Saka and Amad Diallo, and I think Javon's point is correct. I am not here trying to debate a 4-goal, 2-assist player versus a 2-goal, 2-assist player. Javon, you're spot on.
That's not how you should look at it.
Hold on, fine.
Oh, can I say something on this?
I didn't even finish my... Can anyone finish
Matt, let me moderate. I want Javon to talk and then Marshall. But I want to actually bring it back to the question again that people missed the question. I didn't talk about individual players. I spoke about the attack as a unit. Which one contributed more in the games? That was my question. It has nothing to do with performance. Go ahead, Javon.
Okay. So let me finish my point. My point is because Saka has been held at a higher standard and has been put at that higher standard a lot longer. When you look at the stats are too close for this to be a debate. It's as simple as this. And I'm going to build off Dayo's point. If the attack is transition or channeling through Saka, 4 goals and 3 assists is absolutely diabolical and it's not acceptable if you're going to put him at that world-class standard. So you know what that causes? That causes this type of debate where someone like Ahmed can come and say, you know what? Ahmed can give him a run for his money. So if that is the case, based on those stats, and you saying that the attack channels through Saka down that right-hand side, that means he's just not good enough this season. So this season shouldn't even be a debate. So this debate is pointless. That's all I'm trying to say. Because if you put, and another thing,
Dayo, it's Marshall response. Go ahead.
And I'll let you go. I'll let you go after this. Because if you're going to say he's world class, and if anybody else says he's not world class, and you can put up a strong argument for that, then what are we doing here? He shouldn't be having a season.
Honestly, building off of that too, it's
I want Marshall
also
to respond.
The point that look at the seasons past for Bukayo Saka. those were world-class level seasons. Didn't matter if the goals and the goals and assists were there, right? Because he was so pivotal for you guys in this season. He's just not been that same Saka. So he's held to his own standard that he's put himself up to. I'm even going to say
exactly.
same thing with Amad Diallo. Last season, what was Amad Diallo doing for United? Carrying that team. It was Amad Diallo FC for a while. This season, has it been the same? Not really. It hasn't been. That's not the same Amad Diallo from last season. I'm not saying he's been
That's
bad,
because we've got
but
more
at the same time,
the reason why it's not the same is because we've got more other attacking options and more quality there. But regardless,
but you set yourself to a standard. I could say the same thing for Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer hasn't been the same Cole Palmer under Mauricio Pochettino.
I understand
but
that.
we understand that he's dropped the level.
Yeah, that's
same
cool,
thing with
innit?
Diallo.
Yeah. That's cool. With Diallo, right? Yeah. The reason why I keep mentioning him is because anyone who understands the game will literally, what he does for 90 minutes, even if he gets 2 goals, 2 assists, bro, I'm pretty sure he's on the same G as Garnacho. Should we make that as a debate? Yeah, because this G thing is nonsense. It's nonsense, bro, because Garnacho's got similar output to him, but Garnacho's been trashed this season. So because Garnacho's got the same amount of G as Amad Diallo, have they both been on the same level this year? Hell no, which is why you need to look at the performance throughout 90 minutes and actually. No, but we're talking about the G.
It's just an example.
It's just an example, isn't it? It's just an example.
No. Your words were cook your fullback and create chances. Hold on. Chose those metrics, not us.
Hold on, yeah.
You said your wingers' metrics are cook the fullback.
Exactly.
You could have just said, hey, what do I expect from Diallo? Performances. But you didn't. You chose the words cook the fullback and create chances.
Dissecting the performances. Yeah, but we're dissecting the performances. What he does in the performances, dribbling past plays, linking up with different players, having a good.
But he doesn't do it more than Saka. So how come he's a better dribbler than Saka?
He's a better bro. He's got better ball.
No, but that's what we're saying. Ahmed, you can't.
Daya, 1 second. How come he doesn't?
By the way, guys, we're really going in circles here.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into this.
We're really going in circles.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be completely honest with you.
First of all, our attack here is up there in the Premier League. The reason why
100%. I don't disagree with you. 100%.
And it would have the goals that we've got as a team. I think has got 46 here. Arsenal number 1. We would have had much more goals here if we had a attacking manager throughout the whole season. So let's say, for instance, if Carrick was the guy, I'm not saying we're going to be in a title charge. First of all, I'm saying we'll have more goals, right? Because the quality is there. Cunha can get goals, and Mbeumo was our top goal scorer. What's his face? Sesko can chip in. The attacking depth. It's all cool having attacking depth and having numbers, but are they quality? Yeah, we've actually got some decent plays there. We've got some good plays there.
Okay, I wanna ask you last question to Ahmed only, guys.
Absolutely.
Ahmed, how can I quantify a player better than a player in the same position for you?
If you want to know whether a player is better than another, you just got to look at how. You just got to look how. Yeah, no, it's not just that though.
No, Ashraf,
it's not just that. It's not just that. How good is his first touch? First of all, how will he perform?
Great.
How well does he perform in 90 minutes? Does he get involved? Secondly, is his decision making good? That is a key factor as well. Decision making, how good your first touch is. Do you make the right decision? All of it, bro. Like that's people say eye test here, but that's why I watch the game.
That's actually it's part of it. It's part
of the game, bro. It's part of the game because if it's solely on stats, if we're basing everything solely on stats, there's no point of me watching the game and I can just have SofaScore and have the notifications turned on. So first touch. How are you? How good are you? And how good is your composure when you've got loads of players around you? Do you just buckle? Do you make the right choice, right pass, wait a pass? You know, do you dribble for the sake of dribbling, or are you actually dribbling with intent? All of it, bro. Like it's a whole collection of a lot of things.
So now we agree that your way is a very subjective way. It's not an objective way. It's a subjective way to how you watch the game versus how maybe Mourinho watches the game versus Pep Guardiola watches the game. Is that? Am I fair to say that, Ahmed? Like your way is a very subjective to how you like the game, right?
That's not subjective.
What?
Bro, no, don't do this. How is it subjective if I am a manager and I put out a winger and I said, and this is what is the basis of a winger? Beat your man, create forward play, and try to score goals. How is that subjective? How is that subjective?
No, but he didn't mention this. But he didn't. But
he didn't say that, though. He didn't say that.
Dayo, let me respond. So, Dayo, but this what you said is what Ashraf spoke about, because Ashraf said hold on, Ahmed. Let me respond to Javon. Javon, Ashraf quantified what you just said. He said there is people that do the metrics of how many times you get past your fullback, how many times you put in successful crosses, how many times you create a big chance or a chance, how many times you create a shooting opportunity. What Ahmed said is not quantifiable, the decision making, because someone might say that pass is the right pass, and another manager would say, like a Pep Guardiola, might tell you a risky pass is not right for me. I want the more safer pass because that's how my system works. This is a very subjective way of it. Someone would say, I want my winger to dribble to the outside because I want this. Someone would say, I want my winger to cut back rather than cross, far post, near post. What Ahmed say is not quantifiable, Javon. Is not. What Ahmed said is a manager's perspective or a viewer's perspective. What you said is a very quantifiable thing that we can literally look at how many times this guy dribbled past this guy, how many times this guy create a chance, how many this guy contribute to the defensive action. It's very quantifiable, Javon. You and Ahmed completely analyzed it different. Completely, Javon.
Yeah, because I'm not meant. Because for me, with wingers, yeah, the reason why I'm not mentioning the goals
makes sense, guys. It makes sense, Javon. What I said.
Yeah, Javon.
I think you're going a bit too detailed.
Yeah, but Javon, Javon, would you agree that your best player is Esteval?
Yeah.
I mean, your best winger. Your best winger is Esteval. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So your best winger is Esteval. Yeah, he's got less GA than Neto, less GA than Garnacho, and I'm not sure what Gittins is. That's why I have to look at the full thing. You can call me an eye test. I have to look at everything, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Neto has like 6 goals, 4 assists. But when you watch him consistently, the amount of mistakes that he makes in a game,
he consistently breaks down the attack.
Yeah, so fantastic. 100%. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
100%. I'm going to go to Matt, and I'm going to tell you something, Ahmed, about this. The problem is Saka doesn't make mistakes.
I've never said Saka's a bad player. I've said he's a good. I've always said he's
the thing about
he's a bad player.
The problem is Saka doesn't lose the ball. Saka's dispossession, which is Ashraf can bring at the stat. He knows all of this. Saka doesn't get dispossessed as much as the others. Saka doesn't lose the ball to the opposition. It's very rare that Saka has the ball and he loses it to a defensive transition. That doesn't happen. It's either he loses it to a throw-in or a corner or he put in a dangerous cross. Saka quantifiably doesn't lose the ball and causes his team to actually be on the back foot.
I understand it. First of all, yeah, I've never said that Saka, just because I say he's overrated.
I need to move on from this. But
yeah, I'm saying that Saka has good decision making. He'll make the right pass. Arteta's done his thing and he's worked well on him, yeah. But my thing is, right, and you can say it's eye test again, right? When I'm watching Bukayo Saka, everything is like taught in it. Like everything, okay, do this, do that. There's no... I don't know how to explain it, but there's no.
But that's a very.
And then it's not eye test, Ahmed. It's preference. It's what you like to see.
I actually see that, which is, for example, the difference between Saka and Neto. Many times Neto would have the ball. He would run it. He would literally run the ball by himself to a goal kick, like just by himself. Like he would just run the ball to a goal kick by himself. You know, like he would literally keep running like a train. And it would just be, as I said it before, someone need to tell Neto that the white lines are the edges of the pitch. Like someone needs to tell him the white lines are the edges. Yeah, so Saka doesn't do this. I want to move on from this conversation because I want to have Chelsea. There's Man United talk. There's a lot of talk. We need to talk about that. The last question about Arsenal before I do the super chats. Are this Arsenal team capable of winning multiple trophies this season?
Yeah.
Matt, go ahead. Anybody? By the way, guys.
No, listen, on a serious note, I'm not going to lie. That Ahmed and Saka thing, I was just like, cool, whether people say. Let me just say my bit on Saka quickly. I hear what I'm saying.
Why are we going back to Saka? We need to go back to Saka.
Let him have his say, man.
No, I just want to say, no, I just had one little. I just want to say, I've been disappointed in some of his performances. Like, I expected a lot more from him this season. He hasn't performed in terms of how we had him in regard, and that's cool. But we're top of the table. Cool. We'll move on from that. Now, onto the trophies. We're not going to do the quadruple. I would love to do quadruple. I'd love to sit here and say we're going to win 4 trophies. I'm going to go on all these social media accounts and show off, but it's not going to happen. For me right now, I want the Premier League title more than you can ever believe. Like, trust me. People will say, yeah, you don't know what it's like to win the Champions League. And yes, I don't. But you see, after 38 games of playing in a season against a team away and at home, I want to get this title. And as you can see, I got mine ready. Yeah. So with that, I think we are going to win the Premier League title. And I think Premier League title, Carabao, and I think FA Cup. I think Champions League.
A domestic treble?
Yeah, I
Japan
think
is about to.
Brother, win one
I'm
first
just
before you
confirming
start
what he
saying you're gonna
said.
win a
Hear
treble.
me out, hear 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 me out. We're in the Carabao Cup final. I believe we'll win the Carabao Cup final. Cool. People say we're gonna win the Premier League. Cool. I believed it a long time ago. Cool, gonna win that.
Sure.
I think if we can get a Carabao Cup, was it March? Again, you get the little prep in your step. You go and get the Premier League. Then you can do what you're gonna do in the FA Cup. And then let's say there's 6 games left in Premier League. I'll rest that one, we're sorted. We can go far in the FA Cup. You don't know what our run's going to be, who we're going to face and everything like that. Now, Champions League, I'm not sitting here saying because we beat Bayern, because we beat, who else did we beat? All these other teams, we're definitely going to win it. No, because in the knockout stage, it's different. We know that. I want to see progression. I think we're going to get to a semi-final minimum again. After that, we don't know what's going to happen. But as I said, Premier League title, Carabao, FA Cup. And you see me, guys, I'm really wrong when it comes to stuff like that, yeah? So play that sound again one more time.
Marshall, can I back him up with something here? You know, like sometimes you look at your club and you say, well, you've never done this before, but what you've done is we've done a cup double before. Arsenal has done a double. We've not done a treble. And there's nothing wrong with, right now we've positioned ourselves as a club to be like we're in the final of the Carabao Cup. We have 9 points ahead on the Premier League table. Champions League, we're top of the Champions League table. We've put ourselves in a good position in the Champions League to play all our second leg knockout games at home. So we've given ourselves a chance at those trophies. So why not go for it? Why not?
It's not, don't go for it. But...
No. But the point is, because we've done a double before in our history, we can turn on. And everybody who's won a treble had not done it before they did it. Let's call a spade a spade. This whole idea that it's never going to happen for you because you haven't done it. No, City had not done the treble till they did a treble. City had not done the 4-peat until it happened. United had not done the treble until they did a treble. Arsenal had not done a double until we did a double. So,
but those teams, the thing is, those teams have shown previously that they can do it. So there was a confidence that they could probably do it
again. So we've shown previously in our history that we can do a double. So why can't we go for a treble now?
Not with this team, not with Mikel Arteta.
No. Again, you cannot say not with this team because there are teams. For example, Leicester. Nobody thought they were going to win it in 2015, but they went ahead and they did it. There were no signs that they were going to do it. The same way Chelsea, even when they were 10th position in the 7th position in the league, went on to win the Champions League. Nobody thought that was going to happen until it happened. So again, you cannot knock the fact that because Mikel Arteta has not done it before, it's not going to happen for him. Right now, the metrics say differently. If you look at this Arsenal team, they've positioned themselves in a good position in all 4 competitions. What makes you think the conversations which I want to be having about Arsenal is what makes people think that it's not possible? I'm more excited to win than afraid to.
I think winning a quadruple, I don't think that's going to happen because again, as the games go, I think it gets super difficult, congested fixtures. Even with our squad depth, it might prove too much of a test. I think obviously we're in the League Cup final, so that's 50-50. Either us or City can win. It's not crazy to say we can win that in the league. And the FA Cup for me depends on the draw. I think if we get favorable draws at home, then yes, I can see us going all the way and winning the FA Cup. But it'll depend heavily on the draw. Like if we get a Liverpool away or a City away or even a Chelsea away, let's say, and it's one game, of course we can get knocked out. Like we're not invincible. But anyone who says quad, look, I want to dream, I really do, but we have to be realistic, man. Champions League is the most difficult club competition to win, and if you're competing at the other front, especially the league, it's not going to work. Liverpool looked like that last season. When people are looking at Liverpool at the same stage that we were in, everyone was saying, oh my God, they could actually win the quad because they were top of the Champions League, top of the Premier League, flying League Cup finals, and we saw how that ended. Mo Salah was on fire. We saw how that ended. The pressure gets to them.
Yeah, and in seasons past, Marshall. So in seasons past, we've shot ourselves in the foot by going out of these competitions early, not giving ourselves the chance at the end of this, like the second half season, to actually try to win them. Like we lose out to teams like Newcastle or even to like lesser teams, and we're already out. But this season, like the fact that we're already in a final is a good thing. This is the first final in 6 years. Everybody said Mikel Arteta does not go beyond semifinals. He's never going to do it. He's got into a final now. Everybody has their time. Time and chance happens to everyone. Just because you've not been able to do it in the past, if you don't learn how to do it from those mistakes, then you're a useless person. But he's shown progress consistently.
But what I will say for some of these finals, especially Champions League, you kind of have to get to the final and lose a final to know how to win.
No, fair enough.
so-
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Which is-
So,
I agree. No, I agree with you. on
I'll
that.
say that, and this is just me being completely objective. The reason why I don't think you guys win multiple trophies, I don't think your attack is fluid enough. I don't think you have players that you can plug and play. That when you plug and play them, you can say, you know what, he's definitely going to give me an assist. He's definitely going to give me a goal. Though that may change over time because there's still a lot of games left to play in the season. But as it stands right now, I think you guys will wrap up the Premier League, and maybe that's all. Because City, I don't think City's catching you, but they have a chance to take something off you in that Carabao Cup final. So
Yeah.
that's not
We
going to be an
we
easy
scored the
game.
most goals. We scored the most
Javon,
goals.
can I just ask you a question on that point? If
We
you're
scored
okay
the
with
most
that?
goals in the Champions League.
No, not just that. Premier League, I completely agree with you. Our attack has not been as fluid. I think it has been now with the changes. Would you say that's the same thing in the cup competitions, though? Because our attackers have been killing it in the cup competitions.
Yeah, I just think as the stages go on, you're going to need more. I'm not saying you guys are bad. I'm just saying, and you, the same teams that you mentioned, that went on to do these great things, their attack was either at that level the entire season, or as the season developed, it got better. Either that or the defense is solid, and there's a mixture of both.
I'll say this to you: the Chelsea team that won 2004, Mourinho only scored 78 goals that season. Yes, they conceded 15, only scored 78 goals. So when you make it sound like the attack got better and better, it's a fallacy. It's not true. It's not true. The fact is, hold on. The
Yeah, but
fact
that
is,
defense was
hold on.
undeniable.
Yeah,
But
that's
that
what I'm saying.
defense
No,
was
again,
Yeah.
this is why we have a good defense. We've only conceded 17 goals this season already. So far, the last 3 seasons, Arsenal has built the strongest defense. Yes
But wait,
or no?
Dio, they didn't win a treble though, that team. So
They
it
didn't
goes
win the
against your
treble
point.
yet. I know. No, but I'm even
No,
just
but
saying.
that's
like,
my point. To
No,
go
no, I'm
and
saying-
win
I'm saying-
multiple and stack up trophies.
Exactly.
Attack has to
Yeah,
increase.
Javon's point stands then.
No.
Yeah.
So my point is, in the Champions League, for example, where teams play a different style of football, this season we've seen Arsenal attack be fluid and cut through teams. We scored the most goals in the Champions League. In the Premier League, where we've seen over 18 0-0 draws this season, bigger than last season's 17 0-0 draws all season, and bigger than 11 0-0 draws the previous season, telling you that teams now know how to play a low block and a mid block, which means teams know how to defend better. We've seen an Arsenal team struggle in the Premier League, but yet have the joint highest goal scored in the Premier League and conceded the least. So that tells you something, that when you go into other competitions, cup competitions, in the Carabao Cup, we were killing it in the Carabao Cup. We played very well
So,
until the
my
Chelsea team as well.
It's
The
not
Chelsea
joint,
team-
by the way.
So
We are top
my
by
point
ourselves.
was not
We're top
my
now.
point was not to say you don't have the best attack or your attack can't win you something. I'm just saying for all 4 competitions, something's gonna have to click.
I'm
To
not
our
even
next
talking,
level.
I don't
Yeah.
even care about all 4. I don't think we're going to do 4. I'm not even, and people who are saying 4 are dreaming, and it's fair. As fans, you can dream. I'm saying we can win multiple trophies. We're already 1 foot in the final, which means we can we 50-50 chance we can win that. The Premier League, we're 9 points ahead. All we have to do going forward, for me, the next 13 games, match City. If City win. If City draw. If
Can I have my say before I do the super chat? I'm
like
going to
that-
say something about this. Currently, as it stands, one of the reasons why I have Arsenal favorites for the league and the Champions League, this reminds me of the Inter team that won the treble under Mourinho. And one of the similarities about these teams is this. Hear me out. Inter were very dominant in our league because we were the best team in that league. We were on the front foot. Teams played low block against us. We used to go and try to break teams down. In the Champions League, we were so adaptable to whoever. If we play Chelsea at home, it's different than playing Chelsea away. Playing CSKA Moscow, different than Barcelona, different than Bayern Munich. Arsenal, as it stands now, are the team number 11th in ball position in the Champions League. Yet, they scored 23 goals or 24 goals in only 8 games in the league, in the league phase. In the league, Arsenal, we know that the majority of Arsenal games, bar the Liverpool 2 games and maybe the Man United games, Arsenal were on the front foot in the league, similar to the Inter team. We had Diego Milito, Pandev, and Eto'o. By the way, Diego Milito used to score goals. Eto'o used to score some goals. Inter attack was not scintillating. We didn't have Messi. We didn't have Neymar. We didn't have Thierry Henry like the rest of the people. As of now, maybe Arteta is adapting that. Is adapting the way of like, it depends on who the team I'm playing, I'll be adaptable. The reason why I say that Arsenal can go and win the Champions League, and I'm not saying they're going to win it, is that the team in the Champions League played on the front foot against Atletico Madrid and on the back foot against Bayern Munich, and both teams they won. Played on the front foot against Inter and also in the back foot in parts of the game. And still they scored goals. On the counter, they score against low blocks. They have the freaking set pieces that nobody in Europe has figured out how to stop them until now. So that means that maybe Arsenal have the Inter footprint of 2010, to win that Champions League. By the way, Real Madrid won the Champions League only being good in 20% of the time they play, by the way. That's factually on the front foot, actually. 20%. They always come clutch in moments when they need to. Do Arsenal have this? Maybe not. But Arsenal in the Champions League, every time they play, I'm watching them, I'm like, this is a very well-structured team that also score a lot of goals. Maybe it doesn't have to be the Haaland way of playing. Maybe it doesn't have to be the Messi way of playing. It doesn't have to be that. It can be a structured team to win it. That's what I think.
So when was the last time Arsenal made it to a Champions League final?
2006.
Okay, so this is a completely new Arsenal team, and this is a completely new Arsenal generation.
Absolutely.
I will never knock a team that's playing well and say they can't go ahead and win it. However, the statistics in the Champions League show. If you don't believe me, go and look it up yourself. These teams, whether they're in red hot form, whether they're the best teams in the world that season, doesn't mean they win that Champions League that season, even if they make it to the final. Look how much time it took us to win it. Look how much time it took City to win it. Look how much time.
So how did Chelsea win it in 2021?
So
and they also didn't have a good attack, by the way. You had shitty attackers.
But we won it before. We know how to win a final.
Not the same team.
Not the same team.
None of the people that played won it.
None of the players were there. Not the manager, not the
players. Zero players, zero manager. Everything is different.
So how did that happen?
All that, and there's another thing. You know the PSG team that played the final against Bayern Munich and lost with Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe? The team
very different.
Is a very different way.
I guess I can't.
Except Marquinhos.
Yo, I was
Javon, we are hold on, Dave. Javon, we're responding to your point about this.
But I didn't finish. Yeah. And I even started my point by saying I'm not saying they can't win it. My main point is it's going to be very difficult for this season for Arsenal to go in all 4 competitions and take the Champions League and win the Champions League, especially for the first time. What I think will happen.
That one I agree with.
What I genuinely think
the 4 competition, yes.
Yeah, what I genuinely think will happen. Arsenal will beat some of these giant teams, get to the final, lose the final, but most likely win it next year because they'll gain that experience. We won the Champions League in 2021 because let me answer your question because we had the best defense in that Champions League. I think we can see like 3 or 4 goals going to the final. And
Arsenal
even
conceded 3 goals. 2 of them versus Kairat Almighty or something like this.
Arsenal conceded 3 goals. We're just going into the round of 16 in the Champions League.
Yeah, but the format has changed. The format has changed, though.
Yes. But my point is, even that season, we were not expected to win it that season too. City was expected to win it that season because they were the best team in the league and the world.
Yeah, City were the best
and
team.
They didn't win it. So that proves my point. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying Arsenal can't win it. I'm just saying in the Champions League, look at the history. It's very difficult to win.
Can I look that far? Look last season with PSG.
Hold on. Let me ask a question, right? So Arsenal just got back to the Champions League 3 years ago for the first time since 2000 and whatever. We hadn't been in Champions League for almost 10 years. The first time we got back, we got to the quarterfinal. Last year, we got to the semi-final. PSG had a similar type of, shaky thing where they went to semi-final and then finally they came last year and they won it. What makes you think, again, this team that has been able to go from the quarterfinal to the semi-final and figured out, okay, in the semi-final against PSG last year, the mistakes we made, we now know what to do to be able to make it to a final. And in the final, anything can happen. This is what I always say. I'm not saying we'll win it, but I'm saying you've seen the projection, you've seen the growth, you've seen how we've gone from one phase to another. Unless we totally I expect us to go far in the Champions League this year. I'm not saying we will get to the final, but I expect us to go far. And we've already shown at the very beginnings of the Champions League that we have what it takes to actually go far.
I wanna move on from Arsenal, but I need to, Matt, I know you have to go. So big up my man. I know you got the emergency, so big up my man. I need to do the super chats. I need to go to Chelsea, guys, and Man United. Right.
It's simple, really quickly. Dale, I hear it. But PSG
you
had
are,
the same
you are a
setup.
Chelsea fan, you want to talk about Arsenal.
PSG had the same thing. PSG went to the final
when
when Neymar didn't win it, then went to the final another team and won it. Because what? They had the experiences of losing the final. That defense is the same. So what are we talking about?
Yellow for time wasting.
Mo, I know you need to go. I
This is a super chat. I need to respond to the people that spend their money.
Matt needs to go. Let Matt speak now. Come on.
Yeah, last point. I agree with Javon. And I was going to say that before you said it. I was going to say To win the Champions League, you don't go from like Arsenal where you go out at a certain time, quarterfinal, semis, and go and win it. Man City showed that. Man City went through the heartbreak quarterfinals, the semi-final, the final against Chelsea, they lost. And then finally they got to that one against Inter, and you were like, you know what? They're ready. They went and won it. So I think I'm with Jovan. I think we'll go close this year. Then I think we'll do up the squad again, change what we're going to change. I think next year we'll win it.
Hot take will make history this year. All right.
The fact that we play every game away from home.
Will make history. That can happen.
The fact that we play every game away from home in the knockout stage in the second leg, I think that might help us because that's not been there before. That's a new rule they introduced this year. So it might come in our favor. Who knows?
Hot take. We set a record this year like we did the Invincibles. You know, it's not
and if you do that, Fierce, I'm just saying it's very difficult. That's all.
Hot take. It's just a hot take. Just saying, you know, you never know.
Clip him. I need to do this, so we need to respond to them. My man here adds, the Man United, everyone needs to stop right now and acknowledge that United legend Ahmed, who's just entered the room. United, Ahmed, big up Ahmed, you got fans. My man, big up Ahmed.
Come on,
Ahmed. And I say it, guys, I said it. For the better of the content, we need United close to the top. Not winning, close to the top.
Come on. That's the biggest club, man. Yeah, big up AD for the super chat as well, man. Come on.
United to win the league. I can see Hamid. Put the joint down, Hamid. Put the joint down. Hamid. Put the joint down. Hamid Habib. AD saying, mind the gap. Arsenal man is coming. Red shorts. Listen, bad.
Oh shit,
guys. I said it. Me and Osam. If Man United win the league, I'm shaving my hair live. And Osam is chopping his balls live. Man United win the league.
Oh my
man, we miss Javon. Our Javon has been very, very busy lately, so he's very busy. We miss Javon plus Dayo and Ashraf. We are doing the quad. This is our year. Love you.
Javon is making too much money, and he's, you know, and I know he's going to give me some contracts soon. So yeah, I'm waiting, Javon. Don't mess around, man. And leave me to dust.
Big up, Hamoud. Thank you so much, Hamoud, for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mauritania, then Cole Palmer, another record breaking. Cole Palmer.
Just keep him warm, innit? Keep him warm for when he comes to our club, bro. You get me? Yeah.
Cole Palmer is back, people. Cole Palmer is back. I'm going to say, Ahmed, don't let them bully you into downplaying United. But no one downplayed United. We're going to talk about it. I like this United. I genuinely like this United. I like how they play. Genuinely. Wallah al-Azim, I enjoy how they play. I was entertained today. I'm going to tell Wallah al-Azim, Ahmed, I slept 4 hours yesterday and I didn't fall asleep once watching the game. Normally, the 6:30 a.m. for me, Dayo knows it's very early for us here. And if you go to bed, you fall asleep if the game is boring. I didn't fall asleep once. I really enjoyed that game. Man United have the most exciting front line in world football. Okay, let's say in the Premier League, I'm gonna change your words a little bit. Diallo is better than Yamal. Bruno is the best 10. Diallo's not better than Yamal. Bruno is the best 10 in the league. Mbuemo is the best finisher in the world on form.
You see, everybody said Arsenal fans are delusional. This is not delusion. This right here, my friend.
Me and Ashraf and Osam were saying this the other day.
This is the highest.
Man United. If people think Arsenal fans are annoying, just wait until Man United are back to the top. Just wait. You haven't seen shit.
Yeah.
You haven't seen shit, bro. You haven't seen shit. Seriously, you haven't.
I do agree with Bruno being the best 10, though. I think he's the best 10 in the league.
He is the best 10 in the league without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Imagine Arsenal winning the league and Saka's worst season. Imagine
league, not world.
Yeah. Imagine Arsenal winning the league and Saka's worst season. Imagine if Saka next season comes back to his best then. What happens then?
It doesn't
Guys, remember, like, sometimes wingers can have a bad season. We all remember world class, one of the best apparently to ever do it, Eden Hazard, having the worst season a superstar ever had in Premier League history in the 2015-2016 season. He still was world class, right? So
Hamoud, Zubamendi has more goals than Starboy Ahmed. I dare you to say Zubamendi's performances has not been good. I dare you. I dare you to say Zubamendi.
I think Zubamendi's a good player.
Very good. Very good.
He's better than Ahmad, I think, because he scores more. He's crazy.
You know what? Shirky was going into the trajectory of being signing of the season when he started that form, when he jumped to the best like assists and the biggest chances. I think Zubamendi has been as it stands, probably the
best
signing
DM
of the
in the league.
season. And the signing, I said that with Hussam, and the signing of the season, just because of the consistency he gives Arsenal. He's available all the time, by the way.
By the way, he's not the best DM in the league. Caicedo is, but I think this season he's been the best DM in the league.
By the way, I
But
said that to
think Caicedo
Hussam.
is best
I said
overall.
that to Hussam.
Obviously, I'm not
Marshall, we
calling
didn't
Rodri,
even say
not
nothing. We
Yeah,
didn't
but hold on,
say
Javon.
nothing.
I said, maybe if you're asking me as a DM, I would take Caicedo, right? But if you're
Same,
asking
same.
me this season, Zubamendi has been more
Zubamendi.
consistent than Caicedo this season. Sorry, Zubamendi and Caicedo.
We're
But
not gonna
Zubamendi
talk
has been
about
more consistent.
Casemiro.
He hasn't been consistent. Ask Ahmed. Because Casemiro started the season up and down. Lately, in the last 10 games, Casemiro has come to actually playing very well. I agree.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the losses that Arsenal got this season came directly from mistakes from Zubamendi. At least 2 of them came from Zubamendi mistakes.
The Liverpool mistake, it's a free kick. It's not a mistake. Like
It's a free kick from like 40 yards.
Rodri
It's
does
not a
this
mistake.
week in, week out.
Okay, then what about United?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
United,
everyone
they
makes
talked about the
that
goals
mistake.
and-
That mistake. Caicedo gave a penalty that doesn't. I wouldn't
Caicedo
take
got a
away.
red card. You're not going to take away the
I would-
Javon, did he
I'm
make a
taking-
mistake when he played us in the league when we were 10 men? I think that was.
Hold on, but
a mistake
again,
from
Marshall,
Zubamendi.
Marshall,
Maybe.
over 25 games, if somebody's made 2 mistakes, that means in 23 games he's been consistent. Over 25 games, if Caicedo has gotten more red cards, been out of the game, showed indiscipline, gotten mistakes
And
as
yellow
well.
card
Yellow
suspension.
card.
You know, Marshall. You know,
I'm not going to not.
since
if you're-
the Arsenal red
Sorry,
card,
Paul.
Caicedo has had an up and down, and it's not because of him.
Yeah.
Change of manager. Palmer time, Buonanotte the other time, Estevao 10, João Pedro 10, one time Andre Santos, one time Reece James, one time Enzo Fernandez. He hasn't had a
And you
consistent.
can't blame- and you can't
Which,
blame
by the way,
Caicedo.
I can't blame him, but it's part of analyzing a player.
So you
who is
admit that
actually-
consistency. So you admit that consistency stems from having good foundation and a stable manager as well that knows what he's doing and gets the best out of
Absolutely.
it. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That has,
But hold on. Is it okay? I'm analyzing Caicedo. I'm gonna do the rest of the subject. I'm analyzing Caicedo and Zubamendi. Me and Osam were discussing this, and
Yeah.
Chelsea boys can talk about this.
you know Hussam in it, bro. He
Hold
can't
on.
stand
So
Caicedo.
forget, yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Caicedo on ability. If you ask me in the beginning of the season, blind, I'll take Caicedo as my DM. Blind, Caicedo for me as a DM, right? But I'm analyzing his season today. I'm putting the context is that the change of the manager, Chelsea's form as well, the partners he played with, the environment at the club, the protest, and all the fans being upset. But I have to put that when I analyze it. So at the end, the output is Zubamendi has been more consistent than him. So me saying that statement and putting the context is fair. Am I wrong, Marshall, Javon? Am I wrong to say this?
No.
No.
And on ability, I'll say this. On ability, I will say this. On ability, Caicedo is better. Ability-wise.
Yeah.
If you're talking about... No.
I got nervous who you were going to say there.
No, understand what I'm saying. But the difference is, I would rather have somebody who, on ability, I'll say Caicedo is a 9 out of 10. I'll say Zubamendi is a 7.75, right? I would rather have my 7.75 consistently over 25 games than have my 9 out of 10 consistent in 5-6 games, drop off in 3 games, and not because of his fault, but because of the setup around him. Unfortunately, that's what's been happening with Caicedo, and that's why he's been up and down. If he's had consistency this season, I'm sure he would have been way better.
Like, for example, Ashraf...
Obviously,
Ashraf
on
had
ability,
this-
we're excluding Rodri, right? Like we're just referencing.
Right,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
washed
yeah,
up
yeah.
the league.
Again, we're excluding Rodri because,
No,
again,
but I'm going to give you an example. Me and Ashraf had this conversation on Wednesday. Reece James versus Timber. But we have to consider the managing the minutes. I have to consider that his club is managing his minutes. I have to consider that his manager is choosing not to play him in his best position as right back and play him as a DM. That is not our fault when you analyze football. It's the manager and the club, and it's not his fault, the injuries, but the injuries are part of it. For example, on ability, I believe Cole Palmer is arguably, for me, if I'm watching Cole Palmer on ability, he can be one of the best 10s in the world, right? It's not his fault, but injuries comes to it. So he hasn't been consistent because he's in and out of the team.
You can still put him in that conversation, yeah, just because he's not hitting form, though. You can still put him there regardless.
Yeah,
It's
but
like-
here is the difference.
because-
Hold on. Here is the difference. Cole Palmer has hit his top form for a season and a half only. And now he has been playing in the league consistently for 3 seasons. So half his time, he has been inconsistent because of injuries, because of what? Rodri has hit his top form for 3-4 years since the triple year. He has hit So that's why Rodri can go into it. I don't think that Palmer today can go into the best 10 in the league conversation because of you have had it for a short period of time. That's why when we talk about Bukayo Saka, having 3 seasons back to back with 20 plus, even when your team don't win the league, accounts for something because you have had consistency.
So you think a player, in order to be put in that type of conversation, he needs a big sample size?
Taban, of course.
Ahmed, who's the best player in the world right now currently then?
Mbappe,
for me, Lamine Yamal.
Pedri.
Well, there you go then. Yamal, what's his sample size? I mean, you can say,
but I'm gonna tell you. But Yamal, but I'm gonna tell you.
What?
But there is some stuff about Yamal.
Yamal's my guy.
Ahmed, let me respond then. But Yamal is exceptional in what? I'm watching Spain in the Euro. You remove Yamal, Spain doesn't win the Euros.
So what are your thoughts on people saying Mbappe is better than him then?
Mbappe is better.
You know what I think it is? You guys are...
Ahmed, hold on. Ahmed, you have to have a difference between, say, we can have a conversation about it. It's not clear cut. Javon can say Mbappe is better. I can say Yamal is better. We can debate it, right?
Exactly. It's a conversation.
That is different than when someone says clear cut Mbappe, it's clear of Yamal. Okay, I wouldn't now. I don't want to. That's not a debate. I disagree with that opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For example, Yamal is clear of Diallo. You get what I mean? Like that is clear. Fine.
For example, yeah. In terms of number 10s, are we not putting Musiala in there because he's been out for a long time? He's still in there regardless.
No, again, Ahmed.
I've been watching Musiala since 2021 or 2022, something since he was like 18 years old. Like Musiala has been top form for years.
He's been out for. I'm pretty sure he had like what's that injury?
Ahmed, he only has been out since the beginning of the season. Rodri has been out since the beginning of last season.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you, like,
Musiala can be in the conversation because he's shown consistency in the past. He's been out for 1 season.
For years.
What we're saying about Yamal is, so for Yamal's own, sorry, Javon, my apologies. For Yamal's own, you need to look at the body of work as well in the short time that he's done it. So Yamal not only was amazing in the Spanish league, he went to represent his country, and in the Euros, was amazing in the Euros.
And I have to tell you something, Ahmed. Javon, go ahead, Javon. You go ahead, Javon. But there is something I want to say after Javon because go ahead.
Here's why I think Mbappe is clear. I think we've been desensitized to.
Sorry.
I think we've been a bit desensitized and gotten used to what Mbappe can offer. Let's use the same time span as Mbappe and Yamal within that 3 year period. We acted like Mbappe didn't win a World Cup. We act like Mbappe didn't light up.
What's the team achievement got to do with? That's the problem, isn't it? Listen, Javon, yeah.
Let him finish, Ahmed. Let him finish the point. Let him land.
Go on.
So hold on. We're talking about that team
Javon will ragdoll you the way they ragdoll Cucurella. You look like Cucurella. He will just do what's his name?
No.
Javon, stretch your hand across the screen. Just
no. My point is, and I'm not even because it's like most said, it's a debate. I'm not saying this like solidified, but my point is we have been desensitized to what Mbappe gives to the footballing world. Because remember, my point was he won a World Cup. Your initial rebuttal, what's a team sport? Everything we're talking about is a team sport. If you're going to mention Yamal and Euros, you have to mention Mbappe and the World Cup. That's a 1-to-1 comparison. So that's there.
But that was 6 years ago.
I'm talking about
both times. Sorry. I take it back. That was 8 years ago.
2018.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to say this again. We're talking about both time span because Mbappe has years on Yamal. So we're talking about that 3-year period. Mbappe at that age, at that age group. When you look at the 1-to-1 comparison, they're the same. If not, Mbappe was better. That's simply what I'm saying.
Are you talking about teenage Mbappe? Are you talking about teenage Monaco Mbappe? Yes. I'll be real in it, yeah. And I just want to answer most.
And then that one season, and then that one season at PSG.
Because I want to say about the injuries thing. This is how I'm seeing it, yeah. I believe Yamal, in terms of obviously still a teenager, isn't it? Yamal teenager is much better than Mbappe teenager. Mbappe teenager was good. Don't get me wrong here. Monaco version, I believe that was arguably his best version. Early days of PSG. Right now, he's just scoring goals in it. Fair play. He bags a lot of goals in it. There's a Golden Boot award for that. But we're talking about the best player in the world here, which comes with everything in it. So that's why I believe Yamal is the best, right? Even if he's scored like 9 goals. About the whole injury thing, I believe even if Reece James was to be out like in a year and a bit, right? I'm still putting him in that conversation. I'm not just going to wait, for example, until he's back and see him perform. Oh, that's why he's the best right back. Rodri's been out for a while. I know people are talking about, oh, but what's good about a player when he's not available? Okay, so let's say if Yamal gets injured for the next 15 or 20 games, you can say, okay, he's not the best because he's not playing, but he's still the best player, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
No, but Ahmed.
Can I have my say now? Can I have my say? I actually think that we have never, ever seen a player in our lifetime like Lamine Yamal at his age. Even Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo on R9.
You are forgetting Mbappe.
And I'm gonna prove it. I think I'm gonna prove it to you. Do you know when Mbappe was born? 1998, right? Mbappe's breakout season, he was 19 years old. His first international, he was 20 years old. Lamine Yamal was Spain's superstar at the age of 16. So I think the dates, you confuse the dates a little bit. There is 4 years difference between the breakout season for this man and the breakout season. At age of 16, Mbappe wasn't even in Monaco's second team, Monaco 2. At the age of 16, he was still in youth teams. Lamine Yamal was starting, not only starting Japan for Spain national team, he was the superstar of the European competition at the age of 16.
And he was
we have never, ever in my lifetime seen a player at the age of 16 have that confidence and that ability. Maybe Javon Mbappe was like that, but we didn't see him because he wasn't in the picture at that age. Does that make sense? Go and check the date.
Yeah,
there was Neymar, but Neymar was playing in Santos, so it's not the same.
Not at the age of 16.
Exactly. Yeah. At the age of 16, he was, but he wasn't playing in Europe. He was playing in the Brazilian league.
Did he get nominated for in the Ballon d'Or nominations?
He was 20. He was 20. He was still 20.
Yeah, that was 2011.
It was later.
That was 2011.
That's fair.
That he was 20 years old or 19 years old. That is later. So for me, Lamine Yamal, in my opinion, the reason why I say Lamine Yamal is clear of everyone in the world, because there is sample size and there is a talent that you see right away, and within 1 year you say this is the best guy. Like, you know what? Put the prize.
No, that Champions League season, Mbappe was 17 years old and 17 years and 9 months old. I just looked up the stats.
Yes,
go look at it myself.
Which one? 15, 16, he had 11 goals.
Kylian Mbappe,
16
he's referring to the 16-17 season when Monaco made it to the
because that was the debut, that was the breakout season for Mbappe.
That team was not Kylian Mbappe by himself. There was Bernardo Silva. There was a lot of players.
But Mbappe was the highlight of that team. What are we talking about?
Especially
when they destroyed City.
The season 16-17, the season after, he had the 29-goal season. Sorry, the 15-goal season. The season after.
But we're talking about... okay, I give you that. But look at Yamal's first season. He didn't have that level of stats, but we saw the eye test and we saw what he did on the pitch.
So let me get in your eyes. You think Lamine Yamal and Kylian Mbappe are the same level of talent?
When they broke out at that time, yes. If you're gonna talk now,
do you think Mbappe is better than Yamal now? Now,
I refuse to have that conversation because Mbappe has done more dirt. It's not fair.
So I'm asking you a strict question.
It's not about legacy.
Today, I don't care about the legacy. Today, for you, who's the better player? Lamine Yamal, Mbappe today.
I'm still gonna go with Mbappe.
Fair enough. Let me do this.
Which I think is fine. Which is
fine.
This guy played. I'm not trying to disrespect Liga. I used to watch Liga religiously back then, but it's not the same as La Liga. It's not the same as playing in the Champions League and in Europe. And for a Barcelona team that needed a player like that because of the crisis they had, and for him to step up that big, Mbappe is amazing. I think if he's not number one, he's number two. But the
Premier
talent,
League panel, we're talking about Yamal.
Never
and
seen a
Mbappe
generational talent like Yamal ever.
Football lovers we all football fans. That's why this conversation is
great.
We're
gonna flip the question on Mo. How many trophies are Inter gonna win this season?
One. Win the league only. We're not gonna win. Why is a 26 years old man called a star boy, Saka? You know what?
Saka's 24. He's not 26.
And even if he's 26, that's a nickname.
Listen,
if you know what a nickname is, it's like Lil Wayne. Why is he called Lil Wayne? He's a grown man. There's many people that use names, right?
He was ready.
Hit it on the head.
I had 1-0 Dio. 1-0 Dio.
1-0 Dio.
That's
1-0
guy a nickname.
Ahmed Ora Diallo. He just is that guy, world class. Bro, send me the joins. Bro, I'm gonna give you my address, bro. Just send me the joins, bro.
By the way, Diallo is 1 year younger than Saka. So anyone who thinks
I'm gonna give you add one thing. Appreciate the support. I don't think there is any Man United fan that is confident as you. Search data MP for winger comparison. Very simple. Ashraf did that and he came up with the stats actually. AMT is Arteta an attacking coach, by the way, Ahmed?
This season, I wouldn't say this season. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's attacking this season. I think he's changed his style because he's probably a bit traumatized with what happened with him going all out, and then missing by a few points.
Wait, Ahmed, you know why he asked you this question, right? You know the context, correct? Because you said earlier we didn't have an attacking manager. That's why Diallo was affected, blah, blah, blah. And then Carrick came and changed. So it's the same thing. Arteta is not an attacking manager.
Arteta, for the majority time, Arteta, most of his time at being a manager for Arsenal, he's been an attacking manager. It's only mainly this season and a bit of last season, but for the majority, that's why guys like Odegaard, and Saka and all these guys had better performances in it. I think that was the 22-23 season. I think it was that season.
The first one.
Arteta is just changing up his style, bro. But by nature, he is an attacking coach. By nature, but he's just changing it this season.
Can I ask a question? It's a very simple question. I don't have a problem with being wrong. I just have a slightly different point of view. And you guys tell me if I'm reaching. How can you call, and please understand, it's literally just a question, no agenda. How can you call Arteta an attacking manager when majority of the time he's been at Arsenal, he's chosen to go more defensive?
Okay, can I stop you here before we answer that question? Very good question. Diallo saying, for the record, you could still shit football because I did like unstore it. Do everybody agree with this?
Yeah.
No.
Diallo, the whole panel.
Not shit. I think that's not shit, just not good enough in my
bro,
opinion.
it's his first year in the Premier League. I'm gonna give him time.
Yeah.
I did
the research on this, and I'll just
guys, can we quickly respond to it because I want to go back to your phone.
Can I quickly chip in?
Quick one. I did the research on this, and I'll just share it again. In the last 10 to 15 years, there's not a single striker in the Premier League that had a flop for a season and went on later to bank. Zero. I did the research. Zero.
Okay.
Not even like one. Zero.
I didn't know that. So
I'm still
gonna give him
time. Last one was Drogba, by the way, if you want to go all the way back 20 years.
Oh, okay.
That's why we say Ashraf is the most objective.
So Jamal, let me just comment real quick. To your question about Arteta being an attacking manager, and when you said he goes more defensive, what Arteta has done is built a team that knows how to defend and not a defensive team. Most times, you guys call Arsenal a defensive team. That's why we call Saka and Martinelli winger defenders. They give them all these because they help the defense. This is a team that knows how to defend. Again, this is a team that has the most touches in the final third of the opponent's box this season. This is a team that is also creating high volume chances, just like City. Arteta over the last 3 seasons has gathered the most amount of points and literally goals, points all together. If you look at all the stats, right, for a team that has not won the league. So that tells you that literally we are an attacking team because most teams sit on the low block against us.
Okay. I hear that, but some of the stats can be skewed because even look how we played. We rack up touches in the final third by just passing the ball in a U shape. When for me, attacking wise is being fluid in the attack. Even when the team is sitting in a low block, you have your attacking outlet being able to break that down with the long shots, cut through the defense, and so on and so forth. The fact that he's chosen to go more defensive, and over the last 2 seasons, everyone could see that you guys needed a striker, and during those transfer windows, you guys opted to sign a defender. So that's where my question comes from.
Yeah, I guess, and I'll say this, I guess when we sign defenders, people say because they're a defender. For example, we signed Calafiori. Calafiori does more damage going forward than defending for us. Let's be honest about it. Like Miles Lewis-Kelly, he's a midfielder from our academy that we put in left back. So when we talk about our defenders, Jurriën Timber, Ben White, that's one of the better overlapping, right backs in the league. When we talk about our defenders, they actually contribute a lot going forward. Then again, you talk about our center backs that contribute to goals offensively. So that's an attacking formation as well. When it comes from set pieces and we're actually attacking those, because why are you conceding corners? You're conceding corners because we attacked you. And then we have our defense. So again, as a unit, that's why I said Arsenal is a team that knows how to defend and not a defensive team. Very big difference, yeah. So
fair enough. Sunra saying Ahmad is Messi plus Cristiano Ronaldo plus Maradona times 1,000 Ballon d'Or.
This is this is high,
Super chats are stressing me out, man.
this is high level.
Guy on
This is
Ballon
high level drugs.
Sundra always comes with these super chats, to be honest with you. We need Dauman back as soon as possible. I can't watch Noni Madueke. Quickly, Ashraf as Noni Madueke being good because
No.
he hasn't been good.
He definitely hasn't. I still stick by what I said this summer. I wish we didn't sign him and let Waneri play right wing instead, genuinely. Because I think Waneri, when he was playing for us right wing last season, was having more of an impact. Like, he also can dribble, but I think more than Noni, he can shoot, he can cross, he can pass better, especially the shooting and scoring goals. So I just don't like Madueke's end product.
Please stop dignifying this Saka talk is trash. It is, I think Javon is the one, in my opinion, Javon is the one that provided the most sense here when he said, we shouldn't be debating Saka with people that haven't done the same because his standard is higher. And if he's not living up to the standards, he's not having a good season. Simple as that.
But Ahmed likes to
It's
troll.
as simple as
Ahmed just likes to troll. He does this.
No.
whole
Ahmed believes. Okay, no, guys. I don't want to go into that.
I'm saying he believes.
I don't want to go
it.
there.
I'm saying he believes.
Ahmed doesn't. I want to repeat this again. Ahmed does not troll. Ahmed believes that the people with ball ability are better than the people that fit into systems because they are unpredictable and they can do something outside of the system. He has been consistent about this since I've known the guy for 3 years. Very simple. Very simple. If we don't get a major injury, see you in Budapest. Confidence about the Champions League. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I think we can make it to the final this year.
8 Champions League games, 24 goals. I mentioned this plenty of times. Yeah. Arsenal have scored. And by the way, the goals in the Champions League have been outside the box. Crosses, dribbles, one-on-ones. Every type of goal you want, Arsenal scored in the Champions League. Counter-attack, against everything. They did.
And corners.
Football is amazing because no one at this stage last year. Remember, PSG was nowhere close to these stats. And
100%. But there is a massive, Javon, but there is a massive thing that changed for PSG. Do you remember? You got Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doué got embedded in. Desiree Doué got embedded in the team, and Dembele didn't play the whole of the first half. And Luis Enrique suddenly started, and that changed their whole way of playing.
But I'm talking about Arsenal being at the top of the Champions League now. And this is not an knock to Arsenal. Please understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Your position currently doesn't necessarily dictate where you go in the competition because it is a knockout competition. That's all I'm trying to say.
But we can only analyze what we see. And currently, as it stands, Arsenal are the best team in the Champions League. Do you agree with this or not?
Yeah. But so was Liverpool last year.
Yeah,
Yes,
again, I know. Yeah, but again, this is what I agree with you. Your position doesn't determine that you're going to win the Champions. That's not what it is. But it gives you a better stead for you to have in the knockout stage where you're going to play all your second games at home. You've put yourself in a good position to actually go on to try to do something in that competition. Because again, imagine as good as we were in the league phase, let's assume we had to play all our second away games at that's tough. That's tough. That's going to be tough. So, it just helps put us in a
big up Nafisa, sister. Come on, you Gooners. Inshallah, our first title in 20 years. Have suffered so much. We deserve this. You ask the Chelsea fan, they say you deserve more suffering. The other trophies would be the cherry on the top. Big up to the panel, especially the Arsenal boys and Mo. 9 points clear. Hit the like and subscribe. Guys, we actually have 800 people plus here, and we are not even on 300 likes. I want to get at least half the percentage, 400 likes. Thank you, Nafisa, 2020. Coming back to say, has Gyokeres turned the corner? Still a small sample size. Hopefully, especially with Kai, and how will they work together? Kai assisting from the left as a 10-something Odegaard doesn't do. He's everywhere.
By the way, Havertz didn't have a good game today either. Let's not do revisionism. I know he gave the assist and he had that one shot, but the guy had like 20 touches or something like that, 25, 7 passes out of 14. Like, if you are playing as a 10, I want you to be more involved in the game. Doesn't have to be like.
But he didn't play as a 10. But he didn't.
He did.
He played as a second striker. He played as a second striker.
Even as a second striker, okay, then fair enough. Second striker, you didn't have enough impact then.
Not the same, but
yeah, you didn't have exactly. If it's second striker, you didn't have enough of an impact, in my opinion. Like, create more. Obviously, he had the header and he missed it, which is fine. Like, that happens. But I just don't think if you're supposed to create for a main striker, you didn't do a good enough job with that today, in my opinion.
He created the goal that killed off the game.
I know, but Mo, would you look at that pass that he gave to Gyokeres and say, "Wow, what a brilliant creative pass"? No, it's not.
Yeah, but Ashraf, you're right. It's not a wild pass, but these are passes that we were not giving to Gyokeres 6, 7, 8 games ago. That players were not passing to him, and Gyokeres was in that same position. So now, again, for me, at the end of the day, it's a case of he at least made that first quick time pass, which we were not doing to Gyokeres in the last, before the, again. So you have to.
I've seen a lot of outside Odegaard. I've seen a lot of players give that first time pass. I don't think that's true, bro.
No,
W is Nafisa. Thank you, Nafisa, for the support. Move on. Kika here is saying, do we have any spreadsheets for Gyokeres being the striker with most goals in 2026? Yes, I just saw the tweet. If he keeps this going, he can be big for us in the second part. By the way, guys, in the Premier League, Gyokeres has the most goals out of all the strikers in 2026. Just
come on, Gyokeres.
it's actually a stat. Actually, that is now Sky Sports stat.
He's doing well. He's doing well. I'll give him praise for that.
Because of today, I still think he's doing well, to be honest with you. To be honest with you. I say Arsenal win the Prem and the Champions League. We lose the FA to City and the Carabao Cup, EFA to City, and get knocked out of EFL Cup in quarterfinals. Winning the UEFA Champions League is more doable for Arsenal than other teams. I know Marshall, your life is going to be hell.
I am worried about playing English teams, though. I'm not worried about playing any team outside the English teams. It's the English teams that I think will be.
There's a good amount of them. Yeah.
If United,
five of the top 8.
This is one of the best super chats out there. If United get Yildiz, Bastoni, Palmer, Anderson, Wharton, Dumfries were winning the quad in 2027. Cristiano, Messi, Neymar, Suarez, Henry. My man, what is this? It's not FIFA.
The list was actually going decent until he said Dumfries. Do you get me?
Dumfries.
Dumfries, yeah, bro.
Pick up AD, man, every time, bro. That's my guy, bro.
If your eye test theory, just make sure you add consistency to it. Compare him to Saka when he has 3 seasons at the top and then double down every game. Fair enough. Its consistency is a massive part of it, by the way. Massive. Let's say best signing of the season is Le Mans. Actually, you know what?
Nah, come on, not best, bro.
I won't say, but it's a shout.
The bar was on the floor.
It's a shout. It's a shout. It's not far fetched if you didn't have
For Manchester United.
No. I'm saying like
for United he is.
Okay.
Actually,
the bar was on the floor.
Wait. I disagree with that too, because I think Mbomo has been a better signing.
I was gonna say that. Well, Mbomo has been fantastic for them. You know what? Mbomo has been amazing. We all know what Mbomo was capable of doing. Lamens, we did not know, and United had a horrible goalkeeper incident with them. So again, I think also Dilap deserves a shout. Actually, like if you look at Mbomo, you know what Mbomo is capable of doing.
More, what you say?
No, but you know.
No, I'm gonna ignore that.
You know what it is with Chelsea?
He can't even keep a straight face. Look at him.
Bro, you're saying that's good for United, the Chelsea. But I'll be real in it, with Chelsea, bro. You've got like more duds in it, flipping
Unless we speak.
By the way, I'll back Ahmed on this. How come you've signed a bunch of players this summer and every one of them has been shit this season? Maybe Joao Pedro has been okay in some moments. I'll give him that.
We're going to Chelsea. Fantastic. I love it.
No.
I want to go to Chelsea, but I want to finish this. I want to finish them quickly. Sorry, guys. Yamal has 97 matches in 3 seasons at Barcelona. That's a lot of fucking games.
That's a lot of games.
That's a lot of games. Diego Dallo is better than Timber this season, bro. Put down the glass, bro. I don't know if you drink or not.
Bro, AG, man. Bless up, bro, innit? Yeah, that's my G, bro.
Bless up from broski. Man United fans are back. Miss Shade. Yeah?
Schadenfreude.
What the hell?
Schadenfreude days. The bloke with the afro is a clown. He's not a clown. Wheeling out 20 years old opinion as he's not 20 years old. If he's gospel, I wouldn't lower myself to debate with someone. You can't. I debate with Ahmed all day. By the way, I can have Ahmed all day to talk with him about football. Just to let
you're going to get entertained, innit? At the end of the day, bro, listen, I'm actually closer to 30 than I am to 20, innit? Do you get me? Yeah, listen, I'm not 20 years of age.
Why are you telling them? You were just allowed to vote this year now. You just reach voting age.
Have you forgotten?
Tell him I'm just been allowed to vote this year.
Listen, bro.
We base
Why-
Mikel
why?
Arteta. We base Mikel Arteta on what he's doing now, not before. Anyone that says that Mikel Arteta is a defensive coach, Mikel Arteta knows how to set up his team well to not concede chances. Arsenal guys play on the front foot all the time. Just look at the positioning of Timber, Calafiori. The only problem with him is the position of the two midfielders, Rice and Zubamendi. They are always outside the 18 most of the time because he's cautious.
And the speed of the build-up, which I think he's
Yes.
improved a lot the last 2-3 games.
Ahmad is a poor man. Liao, miss me with that shit. Ahmad is a poor man. He's not even close to Liao.
Nowhere
Liao
near,
has
yeah.
to be what I brought you. I
Crazy.
don't actually watch much Serie A. I watched the.
Wallah
bro,
Lazim Ahmed, Liao.
Liao is
You
the
don't
most
understand.
one of the
You
most
don't understand how
overrated-
good Liao is. I don't think you know how good Liao is.
Bro, yeah, but I think the idea of him is, bro, I don't know, bro. I see him for Portugal. I see him for
But I hear
Egypt,
your point. But Liao is this kind of guy that is either he plays or he's not even, you're playing with 10. He's not even on the pitch with you. Like he's not in the game with
Which
you.
is
like
why he hasn't
Rashford.
gotten that move
Just-
yet.
like-
This is what Turkey was doing before Turkey got the move. Before Turkey last season. Turkey
How
was the
long has
aggressive
he
one.
been at Milan, by the way? Just out of curiosity. How
Ahmed,
long-
Ahmed, just to let you know,
You go on.
Wallah al-Azim, Ahmed, Liao won them the league. He won them 8 consecutive games on
but
his.
McTominay's
It was
winning
passed to
records already.
Liao. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say something. Liao did for them something similar to what Cristiano Ronaldo did for Man United. Pass to Liao, and he's gonna dribble everyone and score. I was watching the games and I felt depressed with Rafa Liao in that season, bro. It's depressing, bro.
Yeah, but bro,
It's
I'll be-
depressing watching someone be that good on the bro. It was literally Milan defend, pass to Liao dribble past 2-3 guys. He's either put it onto Giroud or Zlatan on a plate or he scores himself. And I'm like, can you just can you get injured or something like this, bro? When they won the league against us.
Yeah, but what's
Bro, it was ridiculous. Ash, Noni has been excellent lately. You're wrong. Excellent.
That's
Yeah.
come on. He's been he was excellent in the first half against Leeds. I'll give him that for sure. But excellent lately, like what is lately for you? Like how many games? He wasn't good against Chelsea. He wasn't good against Chelsea in the
He's
League
hot
Cup.
and
He
cold.
wasn't.
He's
Yeah,
hot
exactly.
and
Okay,
cold.
I'm gonna do the rest of the super chat, but I wanna go to. I'm sorry, apologies, people. Just let me do this. Isn't Saliba headed to Madrid next season?
No, he's
He
going to
renewed his
Monaco.
contract.
No, he's going
He
to
renewed his
Monaco.
contract.
He's going to Monaco. Don't worry.
No, but no. He's heading to America for the World Cup.
MLS. He's coming
He
to
said-
MLS. He's coming to play for the Miami.
There is no rumors about. He literally renewed his contract. He said he's there.
What's that
I'm gonna
attraction
do-
with Madrid? What's that attraction? Someone tell me. Because they're
Ahmed,
declined massively.
Ahmed, you're with me. I said that Real Madrid
What's
now
that
has the
attraction, bro?
name.
Madrid, yeah? Bro, Mo, you know what it is, yeah?
No, I
Real-
don't want to go into discussion. Can we discuss it later on
Go on,
our?
go,
I don't want to
go,
go this.
go.
I want to talk about Chelsea. Ashraf, you're asking. Guys, I'm gonna do the rest of the super chat. Apologize for everyone. This has been amazing donations and everything. Ashraf, ask the question.
We're running. We're
Yeah,
running
I'm
out. We're running out of time, people.
Fuck off.
Why is
We're
it that
talking
every
about
player?
signings like United, Lamens. We're talking about like some of these other good signings. How come every one of Chelsea's signings this season has been very underwhelming?
They've been
Like
asked.
Marshall, do you
extremely
wanna take this?
underwhelming.
They've been asked. All your signings have been asked, except
Well,
Escobar. Except
All right, I'll
Escobar.
take this.
Escobar was
wanna take this?
Escobar.
And by the way, you cannot say the manager because you've had two different managers, and the first one was
I
apparently
wasn't
like
gonna say the
Okay,
name.
so
Okay,
let me.
okay, fair.
So let me adjust. You want to go
Okay.
first?
I'll go. Let's just keep it plain and simple. They were never that good to begin with. You look at Garnacho, everyone with their eyes closed, and even if you want to say Ahmed trolls or not, Ahmed, look at the smile on this guy's face.
Ahmed,
he
get
knows.
someone
He
new.
knows the
Ahmed,
player
please.
was shit before he left, and he knew he got away with it, and his club got away with it, and they got their blick back from Mason Mount. So there's that. Garnacho was never a good player. I was willing to say, okay, let's give it a shot and see what happens. Maybe the director sees something that I don't. Right? I'm always willing to see out someone's plan, and then I'll laugh at them, and it doesn't work. Now I'm crying. I'm not laughing.
Marshall when he tried to support Garnacho. I
But
pressed.
listen. I try to back my players, but
Marshall, am I allowed to play the clip? I'm on your mark.
oh boy.
Play it.
Okay, go for it.
Support
Go
for
it.
your
On your
team.
mark.
And this is why I've maintained the fact that I believe this team can go the distance in the title race, because this league is rubbed out. It's been shit for years. The problem is we've been on a rebuild during that point. But now this is our best opportunity to take advantage of that. The fact that the table toppers couldn't kill us, and meant to be mentality monsters, meant to be 90-minute merchants, all of that, they didn't have anything for us. 10 men or 11 men. that might be a bit more of a statement for us than for them.
Okay, back to Chelsea today. Again, it's Wolves. Cole Palmer. What is Cole Palmer?
What does 90-minute merchants mean? I don't understand.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we get
let
the
me
job
address
done
the
in 90
signings
minutes.
issue.
Thank you.
Let me address the signings issue. The signing issue derives from having very incompetent sporting directors who makes these signings. Secondly, we've only had what? We have a very horrible hit percentile because we only have Andre Santos, Joao Pedro, maybe Esteval and Geralato. All right, everybody else has been completely crap. But the source of this issue is because our sporting directors and our sporting directors
They don't know how to build a team.
choose to sign shit. It's just, it is what it is. Because you'll get the sporting directors flirting with these players that we should be signing, ended up signing some person that is extremely subpar, i.e. Garnacho, i.e. Gittins. Our left-hand side is completely shit. And would you look at here? Pedro Neto, who's supposed to be our senior winger, fell off a cliff and is completely horrendous, which leaves only one winger at the club, which is Esteval. So, yeah, I'm not defending any one of these guys.
Javon, I hear you say it's on your sporting directors, but don't you think it's more on the structure of your club? Let me explain what I mean by that. Don't you think it's because your sporting directors have to work within the framework of your salary structure? You can't attract the kind of players that will genuinely want to earn the 250, 300 to your club because you have a 150 salary structure and bonuses. For example, what's his name? The Nigerian striker, my boy.
Osimhen
is not going to take 150, and Osimhen is a striker that you guys could have gotten. So my point, like, don't you think that again that handcuffs your sport? Yes, they're going to pick again. So, you might find the Estevals and the Santoses. These are young talents that are really, really good. Don't get me wrong, but you
Javon,
can't
mind if I get this one?
You can't depend on that.
I have a really good point. So let's work together on this. Here's why, from the outside looking in, you'd say that, but then this is where your job comes into play. You're a sporting director. You have two key roles as a sporting director when it comes on the squad building: negotiation and talent finding. Kvaratskhelia, before he moved to PSG, was on peanuts. PSG signed him for 70 mil. We've shown that we don't have a problem spending high budget money. When it comes down to the structure, he was making 60K a week or something like that. Our wage structure for our top players goes anywhere from 180 plus bonuses. You're telling me you couldn't go out there and sign him? Too cool. You can use the allure of the Premier League as an attraction and as a selling point and give these player bonuses to get to their total. So if an option wants 250, wants 280, cool, you can get that in bonuses. You can have the structure and do the structure better than what it is now. Look at PSG. The average age of PSG is 24, maybe 23.
Mm-hmm.
They have a young squad as well. But everyone on their dog will say they have better players from us, attacking wise. Why is that?
And even on that point, Dayo, like, I get what you're saying. Yes, that does to an extent handicap what the directors can and can't do. But even within that handicap that you're given, you could still make better options than what you did. For example, tell me how I have downgraded in striker. I had Nicholas Jackson, now I have Liam Delap. Liam Delap, who has 1 goal in the Premier League this season. And then if you look at the left,
is he not the signing of the season?
One
goal. Yeah,
and even then, you could have
been horrible. That's why when you said Liam Delap, I was like,
I thought I was trolling. Of course, I thought that he had like some here and there.
No, one goal.
One goal.
Even that, let me give
How
you
does Gabriel Jesus have more goals than him?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, how?
But this is why, Ash, I'm telling you, they don't know how to build a team. Because
Eddie Nketiah has more goals than him.
Even Nicholas Jackson had better
Premier League has more goals than him.
goals and assists, right? You look, even if you don't want to look, look at the left wing, right? You had Tariq George in our team who can do more than Garnacho. And he was already in the book. He's an academy kid. He's on those wages. You had Malik Fofana in the market, and you could have taken advantage of Lyon's situation and their financial situation that they were in last season to try to get him. We didn't even take a sniff at him. We were linked with Ryan Cherky before. We were linked with all these players before, but we don't pull the trigger.
Let me give you the perfect situation or example to show you how incompetent
there's good options out there within the handicap. Right. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Liverpool, for example, the entire talk was Isak. The entire talk for the summer was Isak. The back and forth between Isak, Newcastle, and Hugo that whole trifecta. Remember, Hugo wasn't the original signing.
Kitike was another option, yeah.
We were linked with this man.
Yep.
While Liverpool and Newcastle goes back and forth, why couldn't the sporting directors go in and say, hey, you already agreed to the type or wage structure? Why didn't they just go and pay the money and call it a day? Why did you have to flirt with them? Why did you have to make PRs? And why couldn't you bring it over the line? And he was at peanuts at Frankfurt. It just shows
the funny thing is, this is like from way behind, because even if you go all the way back to when you signed the Monaco centre backs, Disasi and Badiashile, you could have had, I know they chose not to come, but you were close to getting Olise and Koundé and Rafinha. I remember Koundé and Rafinha was one window, and they chose to go to Barca.
Olise
yes, as well. Imagine the team.
Koundé said yes.
Now.
Koundé said yes.
Yeah, but then Barcelona came knocking. Rafinha, they were super close. I remember we were going for Rafinha. And then I think Fabrizio tweeted talking about, oh yeah, Rafinha chose Chelsea, or Chelsea are actually going to get him. And then literally within hours, it was like, oh, Barcelona came and snapped him. So I don't know, if it's the thing is, you were.
I actually agree with Shez. Forget the ownership. Forget the ownership. This Chelsea team, where is it going? Forget the ownership. The team, the Caicedos. Okay, forget the ownership. Okay, there is the Caicedos, the Enzos, the Palmers, the Estevao, the João Pedros, the Cucurellas.
There's a good team there.
You guys are not good.
I think Caicedo's going nowhere. I think Palmer might leave.
There is a good team there. Where is this team going? Challenging for the league next season? Where is the team going?
Mo, you remember?
Not with the way we build the team.
Mo, you remember on our show Counter View?
Arsenal challenge with Rob Holding, Eddie Nketiah up top. Only added Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. It happened.
Meanwhile,
we're going to ignore that.
Can I tell you, the Arsenal team sorry guys, the team that you have now is probably not that far.
Better than that Arsenal team, yeah.
No, it's
not better.
Not better because, by the way, Saliba, first season in the Premier League. Gabriel was still a bozo, by the way. Ben White was a centre back from Brighton. Zinchenko was the failed left back from Man City. Gabriel just was a striker that doesn't score goals. Young Saka, 21 years old. Martinelli was a donkey and he made him that. Odegaard was the failed Real Madrid youngster. And Arteta challenge. On paper, Chelsea should be ready more, that team, to challenge for the league than the Arsenal.
Do you remember? I brought up a point on the Counter View, and I'll bring it up on this show. We cannot challenge when the players that we don't deem at a high level cannot perform at a substantial level to help us win games that we're struggling in.
Now we're talking.
I.e., if Palmer's having an off day, or Palmer cannot outlong the defense, he can't then look to his left and see fucking Garnacho over there that can't control about to save his life. He can't then look at the lap in front of him. Okay, let me play this 2-ball, and you need to do 60% of the work to score the goal or to create a chance. That will never happen. If you can't have some players in your team and I'll use United as an example. I hate United like poison, but you know what they have in their front line? Players that can turn
difference makers. Yeah, difference makers.
So Javon and Marshall, by that logic, and I whatever you guys answer is, I'll believe you. When the summer window ended, what did you guys think Chelsea was going to do with the players you had? Like, what was your expectation? What did you think? Yeah, I think we will achieve this season.
I think
second place.
I said at the time we would finish top 4, and I expect us to bring home a trophy in terms of a FA Cup or a Carabao Cup.
Marshall, expectations were challenging.
Marshall, you said second.
Yeah,
challenge. Yeah.
So what made you think the players are good enough to get you second, though, at that time?
Based on the form at the tail end of the season last season, based on what we did in the Club World Cup, it looked like the team was really turning things around. But now that the previous manager or coach, sorry, got to get the manager out of my language. Now the previous coach is gone, I don't have anything or a basis in which to believe that Liam can come in here based on what he's done. Nothing for Chelsea.
Yeah, but the downfall started with Maresca, not with Liam.
Exactly. I was going to say that. Yeah.
So factually, it started with Maresca. It didn't start with you, with Liam. I'm sorry, it didn't start with Liam.
Mm-hmm. Here's why I said top 4, and I said third top 4. But here's why I said top 4. That left hand side, because that left hand side was absolutely diabolical. We had Estevao is whatever people put expectation on him, but I was still accounting first time in the league, first time in a new country. Joe Pedro has not put up numbers at Brighton. we saw Dilap was a flat. Dilap was what he was at Ipswich, but you're stepping up to this. You're stepping up to what this is. The reason why I said that trophy is more so we had to have some form of progression from last season. And if Palmer was at his best, Caicedo and Enzo can be at their best. We'll more win games than not. And we had
that's why Javon, I told you your top 5 depends on Cole Palmer. I said if Cole Palmer is fit and plays enough games, Chelsea will be able to clinch that spot.
Yeah, and because of the core players that are there were under this manager for the second time, so they fully understood the system. And the system would have won us more games than we lost last season.
Also our defense. I didn't realize.
How astonishing! I don't know if Ahmed is here. How astonishing it is that we're sitting here thinking that Man United have a better trajectory than Chelsea. How ridiculous that is! How ridiculous that is! Better defenders. Lisandro Martinez and De Ligt are better than your centre backs.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't realize how bad our defense was until this season. This season, it just opened my eyes to how much Levi Cole was just actually holding people's hands.
To defend Maresca a bit, when Colwill went down, and before the end of the transfer window, he did ask for a better attacker and a better defender. To be fair.
Someone said United coached Chelsea in one season. It took one season. And
it's true.
Chelsea.
It's true. Bro, it's horrendous.
I know it is
to answer
sad.
Your overall system. To answer your overall question.
Am I capping? You think I'm capping that United a little bit caught up to Chelsea? You think Wallahi, Marshall and Javon said it. That the forward line that they went and bought, if that front line plays for Chelsea would have been 5 times better than now.
We'd have been challenged.
If that front line, if you bought Cunha and Buemo and you bought a decent striker instead of João Pedro, Chelsea would have been up there.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to because I was gonna call that out. Honestly, I was gonna literally call that comment out. People need to stop doing this weird revisionism. No, I'm not saying Colwell is shit, but Chelsea. Maybe this doesn't apply to Marshall and Javon, but a lot of Chelsea fans have this weird habit of overhyping players when they're out injured for a long time. Like, oh, remember how good this guy was? Or remember the quality level he used to play at? He wasn't that good. Levi Colwill was a good defender. He was never the kind of defender you're making him seem. He's not going to come and fix your issues. This is the same thing they said about Fofana. Oh, Fofana is close to Saliba. Just watch when he's back. Oh, this player is so close. Watch when he's back. Bruh, you guys need to stop overhyping your injured players that much. He isn't at that level. What has he done in the league for you guys?
He was our best defender, though. That's the thing.
Your best defender doesn't make him amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because he was our best defender, I'm not saying he's world class.
Doesn't make him. It doesn't make him Gabriel level. It doesn't make him Van Dijk. It doesn't make him that. Your best defender, Levi Colwill. By the way, I remember the first season he was like a lot of Chelsea. And granted, Pochettino was playing him sometimes left back, sometimes back 3, left center back. Sometimes like he changed his position multiple times. Last season, Levi Colwill, when he played, he was good and bad. He wasn't consistent. At the end of the season...
That's when he got consistency.
Absolutely, yes. At the end Why? Because the people in front of him did the work as well. We remember Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez at the end of the season. They were magnificent at the end of the season. I remember 7 clean sheets. It doesn't come only from having Colwill. It comes from DMs working hard. It comes from a center midfielder working hard. It's a system as well,
and the defensive structure as well.
But
yes,
that too. What Javon is saying, the defensive structure, and I think what Colwell brings to the table that I don't think we have with our center backs is communication, being able to stay organized, being that leader in the back. When you take that out of the picture, it's no wonder defenders like Tosin have completely dropped the level this season. Badiashile dropped the level. Even Fofana hasn't looked anywhere near as good as he did last season when he was playing next to Colwell. So I know Cole is not world class. I'm not trying to make it sound like he is world class, but he was clearly our best defender last season. And when we lost him, we lost a good amount of quality in the back.
Yeah.
No. This is comment. I'm sorry. It's not only a super chat, but it's a very interesting comment. That's why I bring it up. Mo, you're talking United catching Chelsea. What about Liverpool? $500 million in the summer, but you are thrashing Chelsea. I'm going to tell you why. Because we already established, me, Marshall, Ashraf, Dayo, Javon, we established that the biggest failure this season is Liverpool. Number one failure. That's established, JJ. 100%. That's besides the point. Liverpool are the biggest. Sam even will tell you that they are the biggest failures are in the Premier League this season, regardless of where they finish, by the way. Because Liverpool is supposed to win the league, retain the title. So that's besides the point.
And JJ, if you want to talk about money, you guys have spent $2 billion. How about that? over the last couple of years.
So I just wanted to respond to that because he thinks that I'm having agenda against Chelsea. Also, Chelsea played today. But to be honest with you, I'm going to say something. I want to be on the positive note before I go to United. Chelsea won, guys, every single game.
In the league since
Every single game. Since Rosinha came in. Every single game. Every single game it's been won. By the way, back foot they won. Front foot they won. Like Brentford, back foot, they won the game. Today, front foot, they won the game. Yeah, granted, Wolves away, but Wolves can be tough. They gave a tough game to Liverpool. They gave a tough game for Arsenal. They gave the 2 penalties to Chelsea.
They won every single game by Arsenal.
Yeah, the most impressive one was Napoli for me. I honestly didn't see them winning that game, even before the match started, let alone when they went 2-1 down, to be fair.
Our attacking player under Rosinha has been a bit more direct and has been a bit quicker. It's slightly different from what Maresca used to put out. The basis is still there because the players played that way for a season and a half. However, it's a bit more aggressive.
But I don't think it's the way going forward, Javon, right?
Pardon?
Most of the games that he plays, you aren't in control. Do you think that the way he plays now is the way that he should be going forward? More direct, maybe sit deep a little bit sometimes? And
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, because I don't think with our current attackers, you can ask them to have the ball 24/7 because most of our attackers, i.e. Pedro Neto, thrive during transition. So sometimes if you sit deep just to get them on the transition to score that goal, which then opens up the game, that's fine. Under Maresca, pass. Try to use Cole Palmer, try to use Enzo Fernandez to pass the ball to get that 30 pass through the middle of the low block or through the middle of the mid block, which would come off at times. No, the pace in transition is a lot quicker. Even when teams sit deep, we pass the ball a lot quicker. You can see them actually trying to find patterns of play to break down the low block versus the U-shaped turtle passes.
I think he's more proactive than Maresca.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because that's what I've realized, isn't it? Because with Maresca, one of my biggest issues with him was is his man management side. It's his management side. That was because if you deep it, listen, there's so many coaches out there that are good coaches, in it, tactically calm. Yeah. They've studied that game, in it. In terms of your management, how good is that? Because if that's lacking, and you keep making the wrong substitution, you're not really analyzing the game properly. You're letting it bypass you. You can see them bare chances, and I know it's one. There was that one game where I was like, this guy's lost it. The United one, and he just subbed off like 3 attackers.
And Ryan exploded, bro.
He made the mistake. Yeah.
That is like. That's a massive red flag.
But that's an amateur level coaching, though. That was an amateur level coaching.
Amateur level, bro. Exactly. That's with Rosinha, I think he's just decent. I think he's a decent coach, decent manager. I just think with Chelsea, they're capped as a club. They're just capped at like top 4, top 5. What I think?
He's not crazy. If you're gonna sign people like Garnacho and Gittins on the left hand side, you're going to have a
this statement's kind of like it's like that shock you. You know what I mean? Because
until the recruitment changes, until the
there's
recruitment changes, that they are capped. I agree.
For everyone who watches the game religiously, like how we watch it. When your club put out a certain level of performance over the course of a season, there's going to be that one game that wakes you up where you say, you know what? We're not complete shit, but we're not going to go to the levels that I was expecting. And when you have a left-hand side like that and an attack that's not fluid, that you can... Do you know how much chances we have to create just to get one goal?
Big up. Matisse in his first reaction to hiring Liam Rosinha said something on his video for the people that watched his reaction. He said, we are staring at irrelevancy as a football club by recruiting these guys and hiring a manager that will not make us win the title, challenge the title, which is...
But
here's the thing. Let's be honest, that'll never happen.
But look at it. You can't even make a fair assessment on the manager when you keep on signing scrubs. And that's the truth. Let's say the manager came in to a world-class team, right? And he does nothing with that team, fair assessment. But if Rosinha comes in, tries to make improvements, and reaches the same level as Maresca in the past, that's stagnation.
No, I can't say, I can't.
That's stagnation, people.
Even
There's
then,
no improvement.
Even the... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Marshall, before I do this.
All I was going to say, like, even then, like, with Liam, there's a good coach there. I know that. It's just, is this too big of a step for him? Because I'm noticing some players, Caicedo is the prime example. Today, brilliant game, but it's against Wolves, so I'm not going to get too excited. But that's the first good game of Caicedo I've seen under this coach than I did under Maresca. I know towards the end, he was kind of playing all right. He wasn't that great when Maresca was in that bad form in December. But I'm so used to seeing Caicedo always be a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, any game. And his level has dropped down a bit. Enzo Fernandez's level, up and down, questionable, I would say. Outside of just GNA, which we just had this discussion. Pedro Neto's looked horrible. There's some players that just look worse under this manager, but some that have looked better, like Andre Santos, for example. And that's a criticism I have of Maresca too, like what Ahmed was kind of alluding to. The man management side of thing was hinted or stinted because he didn't trust the youngsters. He didn't trust Jarell Hato. He didn't trust Pong. He didn't trust Andre Santos. So then who are you going to go to on the bench? You're going to go to the players who maybe aren't the best for this situation, but they have the experience.
But Marshall,
so I'm going to go for those guys.
That 8 or 7 game losing streak, all of that was under Maresca. So you can't even say, oh, this player's been playing worse under Rosinia, because no one has played worse under Rosinia. If anything, Enzo got better. If anything, Enzo,
you know what the problem is, guys?
Hold on. Maybe I had believed he was going to turn it around.
Go ahead. I thought you're done with the point.
Rosinia came in. The only game he's lost since he's came in was the Arsenal fixture.
The important ones.
But that's the Arsenal fixture. When do we? My point is, our torrid form this season has come under Maresca, similar to the same time we had that torrid form last season. Yeah. So it's not like, oh, Maresca went into a run one.
But do you not think it might be a new manager bounce? Do you not think it could be a new manager bounce?
I am afraid it could be a new manager bounce.
It could definitely be that. But my point is, you can't definitively say someone's playing better under this manager when he hasn't gotten enough time. That's all I'm saying.
My problem with the Chelsea fan base is that I've seen this movie before. Tuchel sacked, Potter is the guy.
And who in the Champions League?
Then they shit on Potter. Then they get the next guy, Pochettino. They shit on Pochettino at the end. They praise Maresca. They did the research. He's a very good coach. Then they shit on Maresca. Then they get Rosinia. Rosinia's a good coach. And the cycle continues.
But Maresca was doing nonsense, though. My criticism on Maresca was...
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying in the beginning of the tenure of every single coach, Chelsea fan base would big up that guy, and they would bash the ex. Like the guy, you'll always bash your ex and big up your next girlfriend until she does something wrong, and then you'll bash her and praise the next one. We also bought midfield depth that we were bigging for. Then they got injured, and now we are relying on Enzo Caicedo playing every 90 minutes on fumes. Also, the Lavia thing. Lavia had to move on. Like it's just the Lavia thing.
Exactly.
Lavia has to move on. Edison, free Mudryk and Disasi, Chelsea. Mudryk is going to be integrated back in the team.
Better than the left wingers we have now, I tell you that much.
The last 10 minutes, I'm going to speak about Man United. Joao Pedro, 8 goals in the league. Yeah, a success. Is he a successful? 9 goals, by the way, not 8. Running away with the Premier League with Gyokeres and Nuni equal genius. Yeah, Arteta is...
that was most argument, yeah.
Yeah, that was my argument all the time, actually, all the time. Just quickly, let me run through this. Nelly looking like Bale in the UEFA Champions League, and then he plays in the Prem. He forgets who teammates are, where the goal is, and if he's an attacker or a DM. Yeah, Martinelli has been great when there are spaces. Every time he comes out against low blocks, he forgets how to play football, Nafisa. Without a shot of
But to be fair, he came off the bench today, and he was incredible today.
Today?
Martinelli?
Oh my, Martinelli.
In spaces, Ashraf, in spaces. That's what we say.
No, he had the run where he skinned 2 guys, dropped them on the floor, and then tried to do the Zidane 360, and it just didn't work.
That was in spaces as well. There was a counter attack for Arsenal.
I get you.
Big up my man for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Shai Goto saying, Ash, what are you talking about? Did you watch the same game I watched? Sunderland came to be physical, and you expect the game to be smooth. Shaking my head.
I never said that. I don't know what...
He never said that the game was smooth. Never.
Yeah, I don't recall.
He said that the game was tough. He never said that the game was smooth.
I even said in my watch along and in the Football Terrace that fair play to Sunderland, they made it very difficult.
Yeah. When does everyone think the league will be wrapped up in terms of points? Tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree.
Tomorrow. My man, tomorrow. Tomorrow
You'll
the league
never
will be
walk
over.
alone. You'll never
9 points. I don't think anybody believes that City are coming back from 9 points. Come on now. I think even Pep Guardiola doesn't believe it. Bar Pep, we have the best coach in world football. Is he better than
Hey,
Luis
let's not-
Enrique, Diallo? I just ask you.
No, he's not.
Is he not better than
He's
Luis
not.
Enrique? Arsenal makes it to the Champions League final. No team beats them over 2 legs. Arsenal, not defensive team. They defend well. I totally agree with this. Spot on.
Fair.
Spot on. Man United. Ahmed,
Absolutely.
how good are Man United? How good? I like this. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. I like this Man United.
Oh, Mo, you know when I was watching that game, yeah, I was actually on the Catch show, innit? Big up to Catch, innit, yeah? And then I was like, I said to them, what do you think of what's going to happen? I said, bro, this is going to be easy. Light work. It's going to be easy, bro. I'm not going to...
Shit, bro.
No, bro.
It wasn't easy, though.
It wasn't.
Was it easy?
Bro,
Before the red card, was it easy?
Bro, that was, I'm telling you.
It was
yeah,
too
that-
early in the match to count.
Bro, that was a
My
one-sided game, innit, yeah? Tottenham didn't really do much in it, yeah? They were talking about the head-to-head record about, Ahmed, what's it called? They've beaten you a lot of times, yeah, but bro, their record is eventually going to get broken. I'm pretty sure our record against Arsenal at the Emirates, yeah, last time we beat you was a very long time. Do you get me? So again, Kobe Mainu, shout out to him, complete
Generational talent.
listen.
Stop it, Mo.
You see when Mo's on my side here, bro? I feel like he's been cloned, innit? Yeah, come on now, yeah. Do you get me? Yeah, bro. Kobe Mainu.
I swear
What?
to God, guys, at the age of 20 years old, people treat Kobe Mino as he's 25. He's 20. 20 years
He's a
old. starting
fantastic
from
talent.
It's a good
He's
point.
not generational. You know what
English
generational
generation.
means?
Okay, generational English talent.
Listen. Kobe Mainu, yeah.
Does that make you
No,
feel better,
he's not.
Ashraf?
Kobe
But it's
Mainu,
not
yeah.
true, though.
Kobe Mainu, yeah, is quality. And the fact that this guy was sat on the bench, every time he gets the ball, I'm going to have my feet up.
Big up,
I'm not
Kat,
really-
big up.
Bro, I'll have
Before Ahmed, guys, Casually FC, Marshall's channel
Thank
in
you.
the description. Big up, Marshall.
Ma-
Thank you for
Marshall,
joining.
Marshall,
Have a good-
Marshall,
I'm not gonna
why are you inviting me over to your channel? You're just doing your thing and making money on your own. It doesn't work like
Listen,
that, Marshall.
I'm gonna be in my
Doesn't-
safe bubble until I know it's okay to come out. All right?
Marshall, send me the link. I'll pop over.
All right, I'll catch you guys.
See you,
Have a good
Marshall.
one.
Yeah. See you. Go ahead, Ahmed. Keep going.
No. You know what? Shall I tell you how you want to know if a player is really good? Yeah, Kobe Mainu has not been playing at all this season, right? Under Ruben Amorim, he was isolated. He was on the bench, getting baby minutes. Yeah, like 90 minutes, like 2 minutes. It was actually embarrassing. Played against Arsenal, played against Man City, played against Fulham, played against Tottenham. Yeah, and he doesn't even look like that. He was out for a long time, or he didn't even play that much. That's how you know, yeah, whether you got a really good player in your hand. Do you get it, right? Because you know what's mad? He was quality today, but he can play even better. The midfield too, yeah, Casemiro and Kobe Mainu complement each other so well. You got Casemiro defending, you got him covering ground, you got him literally anticipating. Them two have been amazing. Casemiro's been one of the best DMs, right, this season. And
Not this season. Lately. Not this season.
bro, I'm
Don't do
telling you,
this season.
But Mo, I promise you, yeah, I know we finished 15th last year, but I swear to you, Casemiro was quality. Like he was even quality from then, even from last year. But what's most impressive about United, yeah, is because we've always had some good players. It was always about like giving them the license to, you know, have a bit of freedom, actually attack teams, create some good chances. The way we're defending off the ball, if you look at all the games that we've played, we didn't concede against Man City. We conceded 2 goals against Arsenal. One, which was an own goal from Lissandro Martinez, and it was a set piece, right? We conceded 2 goals against Fulham, a penalty that was given from Maguire, and a long shot from Kevin, which was a moment of brilliance, and we didn't concede at all. Defensively, we look solid. Everyone looks like a unit, bro.
Because of Lisandro.
Lissandro Martinez, yeah, I struggle to think like in terms of like ball playing. I swear to you, he barring that one chance that he had.
Why are you laughing, Ashraf?
Listen, that moment, yeah, where what's it called, where Gallagher was pressing him, where he had like a really bad touch, yeah. After that, yeah, he was quality. Lissandro Martinez, ever since he came back from injury, was quality. I thought Dallo was exceptional today, right? I thought Casemiro was solid. And Buemo got his goal. Yeah, that was a good bit of play. Kobe Mainu giving it. That's clearly worked from the training ground. And I know we talked about this in the last stream. The reason why this is not a manager bounce, bro, we had Darren Fletcher. People forget. We had Darren Fletcher who drew to Burnley and got knocked out by Brighton in the FA Cup. This is not a manager bounce, yeah. This is a guy who isn't an elite manager in Carrick. He's been here before because I think he took over after, I think it was Ollie got sacked.
Ole got us also, yeah.
After Ollie got sacked. He's been here before. He knows all he's doing pretty much. Play in the back four. Let me play my best players in their position. Make it compact when we don't have the ball. Let me play the players in their actual position and put Ahmad back on the right. Play Mbeumo as the number 9 because he scores important goals for us. And let the players play and obviously have some tactical tweaks because I'm pretty sure I don't know what his name is in it, but he's got some coaching staff that are experienced and they've managed.
Johnny Evans.
That's the
Steve
one.
Holland. Yeah, Steve Holland.
Steve Holland.
That's
the one. I'm pretty sure.
And Johnny
Steve Holland.
Steve Holland, yeah, he was at was it Conte when he won the league and someone else? Yeah. So again, bro, like the attacking threat that the attacking quality that we've got is mad, bro. It's mad. You've got Cunha.
I actually believe that Man United have the best quality up front, in my opinion.
Bro, it's
not quantity, the best quality. Bruno, Cunha, and Mbeumo. I think these even Amad Diallo has been good, actually. I think they have the quality is the reason why the quality is very good. All of them can be mavericks. All of them can do something outside the system. All of them are like today you watch Mbeumo and Cunha, left sometimes Cunha, Mbeumo sometimes Cunha, Bruno moves to the left, moves to the right. They're very flexible. They're very fluid when they play the game. And I like that about Carrick and how he's using them. I want to see Cisco getting involved more because
should have scored, by the way.
What I will say, I think United need to try and unlock Cisco. Because if you can unlock Cisco, you're talking about a whole new different ball.
I think his role here should just be off the bench. I'll be real. I wouldn't change. For
the rest of the season.
Yeah, why not? Why not just play him? I'm not asked.
Yeah, because who would you drop for him? You cannot drop Mbeumo up top. He's been killing
Ahmad.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably drop that over.
The one that is closer to be dropped is Ahmad. If you want to play a striker, you have to drop Ahmad because Mbeumo.
But the reality is
even Ahmad likes Ahmad to play, but you cannot drop the guy that keeps shooting and getting the goals. Like you cannot do that. You'll be stupid. You know.
But I don't think they should drop Diallo either. Like why not just keep Mbeumo up top and play Diallo right wing? He's been
because I think Cisco gives him something that they don't have. Because Bruno Fernandes now being unlocked. Okay, Bruno Fernandes being higher on the pitch gets a lot of chances to cross. He looks up, there's nobody. Cisco gives you that guy in the 18.
I actually disagree. I think the reason Bruno's been killing it is because he has someone like Mbeumo making the right runs and linking up with him correctly. A lot of the assists Bruno got to Mbeumo has been him making good runs.
And also, just to add to a point.
No, I'm talking about when the defenses are packed. Cisco offers you that aerial presence that you can unlock that low block. Because, by the way, Luke Shaw gets up so much, looks up and pass back because you need to recycle, because you need to play that through pass that Mbeumo makes the run. But the crosses are not there because Mbeumo is not in the 18 to make that. And
that's why I wouldn't even touch it, because if you're talking about right wing, if you compare Mbeumo and Ahmad and you play them both on their right mid position, Ahmad will do more. He'll do more in it because he's better in 1v1. Do you get what I'm saying? He's more dangerous, right? With Mbeumo being further up the pitch, he's more of a goal threat than Ahmad because he's a better finisher than Amad Diallo. He's a better goal scorer than Amad Diallo. With Sesko, I don't think we should solely focus on unlocking him. We paid a lot of money for him. I'm not really his, I'm his biggest fan like that, right? But he does have...
He's a freaking weapon, Ahmad. He's a weapon. He's a weapon. It's unbelievable, bro.
100%, yeah, he's a weapon. 100% he's a weapon. Bruno, even though Bruno playing further up the pitch, yeah, bro, the guy was playing in a double pivot, right? And he's not really great in that deeper position. He's not really composed.
And he's still making the chances, by the way. He's still creating chances.
No, but what I'm saying is like Casemiro and Mainu protecting that position, yeah, and allowing Bruno to do Bruno.
Free room.
It's also a huge contributor to why his performances have been better. Do you get me? So, bro, we've got better attacking options, and I wouldn't drop. Do
you think United can finish second, Ashraf, this season?
No.
Yeah, listen,
why not? Why not?
I think they're building well. I think they need to be patient. They need to continue doing what they're doing. I think they should give Carrick the job if he finishes in the top 4. Because he's obviously like doing things correctly. I don't think people should be reactionary and say, no, don't give him the job because we made a mistake in the past. It's not necessarily a mistake in the past. You've got like very good players. He's doing well with them. But to say finishing second, I think it's too premature. I think Liverpool are better. I think they'll finish higher. I think City are better. They'll finish higher.
Do you think Liverpool are better than Man United?
I think they are a better team than United.
I don't think so. I actually don't think so.
Nah, I don't.
I think Liverpool are better in almost every position.
Why are we ignoring the biggest elephant in the room?
Is
Aston Villa going to stay in the top 4?
No, they're not going to stay in the top 4.
I don't know.
There you go. There you go.
No, but
I don't.
But the question is United finishing second.
Not
second
third,
is
not
insane. Like Yeah, I don't think they'll finish. City's just
Why?
stronger, in my
3
opinion.
points behind City. They have, if I'm not mistaken, Man United fixtures. They play West Ham away, winnable. Everton away, gotta be very tough for them to win
Yeah,
that game.
Everton's gonna be. Yeah.
They
By the way,
play-
West Ham away is not easy. West Ham at home are decent now.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, these
Yeah,
games.
see, I looked at the fixture actually. It's actually a very tough fixture.
Alberelia, out of all of the games that we've played, yeah, I think I would probably say the easiest one was probably Tottenham. That was.
But I don't understand. But because of the red card, but why?
Really?
Why?
I think
why?
City was easier. You guys,
Broski,
killed
you
them.
cruised versus City. It was one of the City created
it should
0.4
have been
XG.
5-0.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the City one is
5-0.
also up there.
City were a walk in the park, bro. That game was so easy to cut through them. I think Man United. Listen, I think Man United look better on the pitch than
Right.
Liverpool. Bro.
Can I say something about this
Really?
United run? Can I say something about this
Wallahi,
United run?
Ashraf, I think so. It's not an agenda, anything.
See, Ashraf,
We
Sorry,
saw
sorry,
them
Dayo.
against Newcastle.
Before we move on,
Somebody go
sorry,
ahead,
Dayo. I know.
Yeah.
So before Dayo comes in, United under Carrick, yeah, it's a small sample size. And I'm watching the team and I'm like, Casemiro and Kobe Mano are exchanging very well in that DM role. Bruno Fernandes is creating chances out of his ass, right? Mbuemo scoring, Cunha, they have off the bench. You can bring in Mazraoui, you can bring in Sisco. Xerxes is not the
Bro,
best,
I
but there's
can
still
name
Delict
way
come back.
more from Liverpool than what you're naming for United.
Yeah,
You're
but
telling me that
Ashraf,
you're telling me that
Ashraf.
Ekitike Salah is not playing well.
Mo,
Vert is playing
can I-
well. Let me just say, Dayo, let me say that Vert is playing well. Are we gonna dismiss Bruno Fernandes in the 10? I think Bruno Fernandes is better than him now. Maybe Vert will
Agreed.
definitely might have a better stealing. Gakpo on the left, I'll pick Cunha all day long. You know what I mean? I'll pick Cunha all day long.
So Mo, second is
Cisco, I would pick Cisco off the bench over Chiesa. I'm just gonna do this. In the middle,
Isak is back soon, no?
end of March, inshallah, Habibi, with after a broken leg. End of March after broken leg.
March.
7
Yeah,
weeks
what
from
was-
now, he's back. 7 weeks, he's back. So,
And by the way, also, yeah, when
see,
we-
Ashraf, with
can I-
Isak, I would shake your hand.
Mo,
Without Isak, the
Mo, let me
options
say this.
are
Mo, let me
off
say
the
this.
bench in
Let me say
Gomoa
this.
or
That's
Chiesa.
second-
Yeah, but they have
second-
Szoboszlai, they have McAllister, they have Van Dijk, they have Konat. You're
yeah,
missing
but
all
Ash,
these other things. They have Allison. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
but we literally, we've also people need to understand, yeah, like the centre back department that we've got, like, bro, people need to understand that the lit has been out. And he's been solid too. Lissandro's just come back from injury. We're playing with Harry Maguire, who's essentially a squad player, bro. We've got Heaven on the bench, we've got Lenny
Ahmed,
Yoro.
there are other factors why you may not make second position. You make top
I'm not
four.
saying we're going to be
No,
second.
I'm telling Mo. This is to Mo. This is to Mo who says that he thinks that you guys, or he's asking if you can make second, you can get second position. There are other factors that is going to make it hard for you to get second position, which is you still have to play Chelsea, Liverpool, Villa, like along the line now.
Which we've beaten, bar and Villa, though.
No. I said you still have to play them though.
The chest is out. Oh my
You still
God.
have-
The
you
chest
still have
is
those
out.
games.
It's crazy.
Hold on. Here,
Let Dayo finish. I'm sorry. Let Dayo finish, Ahmed.
I'm saying that the other factors are the people that you're going to play who are also fighting for that top four. So you're going to play Liverpool, you're going to play Newcastle. No, it's not in the Chelsea. You're going to play Chelsea. You're going to play Liverpool.
Chelsea away as well.
And you're going to play Villa as well. So again, these teams. But I mean, he asked if we should talk about the elephant in the room, which is Villa, and I'm like, Villa has become a. You know when they say you eat fish and then the bone gets stuck in your neck and you're like, you're trying to get the bone out of your neck. That's what Villa has become right now.
Yeah, but both Villa and Liverpool, we're playing them at home. I think Chelsea's.
I know, I agree, but again, they're fighting for that same top
I understand
four.
that.
So it's going to be a very, very difficult run for you to get second. Top 4 years. I told you the dark horse. Hold on, summer transfer window. What did I say to you, Ahmed? Did I not tell you that United was the dark horse this season? And I said United to make top 5.
The Ruben Amorim.
Yes, when you bought players, did I not say that, Mo, in summer? I said that summer when you bought Mbuemo, when you bought Cunha.
It was about the player. It was about the players, Ahmed. It was never about the manager.
Yeah, it wasn't about the man. I said the players that you have bought right now will make you the dark horse and get you guys into top 5. And you said no. I wasn't even.
I said no, yeah, because of who we had in charge.
As the manager, yeah, but I was talking about your players. You at the time, you looked at the players. You just looked at your manager.
I like comments like
Wait,
this.
so all of us agree that United won't finish second. So I guess it's just more then. So more, you actually think they're better than City? They'll finish higher than City?
No, I think they can. So the debate is you are saying 0%. I think they can. There are factors. there is factors to it. Number one, City have FA Cup, Carabao Cup final, Champions League, and the league. Man United have zilch. So every week, Man United are wiping their ass thinking about the next game. They're sitting on the toilet thinking about the next game. There's nothing.
Which is why, yeah.
Right? Man City currently, they have injuries. He can't find the right balance to the team. Pep Guardiola. Doku's injured. Foden is out of form. He has to think about the Champions League because it brings money. If Arsenal pull off, he still has to win games because he doesn't want to get dragged to a top 4 race. Because if Pep Guardiola start losing games and Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United win games, now he's staring at, okay, I'm now getting dragged and I have to win games. I have to win the games because I don't want to get dragged into a top 4
He
race.
might just turn around and throw it away and just focus on the Champions League. He could do that.
He can't.
Why
Because
not?
if he loses tomorrow, he is 3 points ahead of Man United and 4 points ahead of Chelsea, 5 ahead of Liverpool.
I know, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
a
I'm saying
1 game to 2 game swing.
I know what I'm saying, Mo. You didn't understand what I said. I said he might throw away the chasing the Premier League to just staying in top 4 and trying to win the Champions
Yeah,
League.
which is fair enough. But
historically, City have done well in the league when they've also competed in other cups, though. Last season,
but this
for
City is
example.
different. And also Man United, I think if without injuries, I think Man United will continue to improve, actually. I'm not sure if City will improve, Ashraf. Like I don't think that City will improve. City, they might improve in the Champions League.
Either. Yeah, I don't think they'll improve. I just think.
But Man United will improve. That's my point.
Bro, have you seen City's next fixtures after the Liverpool game and United?
I haven't.
I think City can build a gap on.
Okay,
on
I haven't. I was speaking over
maybe,
in
I'm
general.
saying maybe. Yeah,
listen, all I'm saying,
look at
we're
their
talking about. Listen, we're talking about second. Yeah, listen, I'll be real in it. Yeah, just get me that Champions League spot, and that's all I need.
I think it doesn't matter.
You will
I
get
think
it. You will get the Champions League.
I think.
Honestly,
but here is, Javon. Can I say something? Just one statement. I think the reason why it's finishing second for Man United, I think it gives them a push next season for actually going to get ready-made players to go and try to compete. To what Arsenal did 4 years ago.
Which is why, we've pretty much focused on the attack. We brought the players in there and Mbeumo the Cunha, yeah. Our defense, I'll be real in it. If we're getting greedy, cool, get another fullback. But Mazraoui, Dolo, even though I'm not a fan of Luke Shaw, but listen, he can do a job right. The fullbacks are calm. The goalkeeper, big up to him in it, yeah, because I would say in terms of signings, he's been consistent.
He's been okay, to be honest. He hasn't been magnificent, Le Mans. He has been okay.
I think he's been good. I think
they need a lot of work. They need Man United need 250 million.
That
minimum in
that's
summer.
something they need a DM. I'm saying they need a defensive midfielder for sure.
No, but that midfield
cannot go with Casemiro.
Yeah, but getting rid
but remember they're gonna freeze 350k. Casemiro's done.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, so the 350k is a massive. Javon. They're gonna get Adam Wharton.
Well, my point was, I think Villa will drop out, and that third spot is going to be between us and United. That's how I see it going. Because if you look at United fixture, you can easily say, "Oh, they should be beating West Ham," but West Ham is not the easiest game to win away. When you look at our fixtures coming up, it's going. I think it's going to be United win, Chelsea win. Honestly, as a Chelsea fan, I'm hoping they lose next weekend and we go above them. But
I'm more worried about Chelsea in that top 4 than I am with Liverpool, for instance.
Guys, are you really writing off Liverpool? Are you guys serious?
I'm not.
They're too inconsistent.
I know, but remember, guys, as the season goes, a lot of teams that are underperforming tremendously, when all the main pressures go away, they start getting into a consistent run. We saw that with Chelsea a couple of seasons ago. We saw that with City last season. We all know Liverpool are underperforming given their quality. The moment that pressure completely goes away, they will start clicking and performing again. If anything, I think they've been playing well last 3 games.
If Liverpool win tomorrow, then I'll hear it. If they don't, then
they will.
I'm expecting them to win tomorrow.
I don't actually.
Yeah. I predicted a 3-0, by the way.
Let me do this super chat quickly.
Wait. Stop. You think City will beat them to a pulp?
Yeah, I think City's going to whoop them tomorrow. I think City. Anfield hasn't been much this season. Let's be real. Anfield hasn't been much this season.
What did he just say that they're going to smash them?
Yeah,
they're going to smash Liverpool. Come on,
but I'll be real. This Anfield fortress is mad.
I don't know.
Mad overrated, bro. Like, what is this fortress? I don't even think their home record is even that great. Do you get me? So
Yeah, but
even-
City have not won
know,
there in
City have not won
ages.
at
I don't think you guys understand how disastrous that is if Liverpool lose at Anfield tomorrow. Like, people are not
which is why it's
recognizing
probably
how
going to be a draw.
disastrous is this.
Which is why it's probably going to be a draw, isn't it? That's probably going to be the most likely result, just them drawing.
It's so,
I'll
it's-
take a draw as an Arsenal fan, but hey, you'll never walk alone, Liverpool. Come on. Always believe in the red
let me
cartel.
see this.
Yeah,
Rice
City
winning
have not won
PFA. Rice winning PFA Player of the Year. Ahmed, you're finished. Hide.
Oh,
Bro,
right.
what is
Ahmed,
this?
Wallahi, Ahmed, if Arsenal win the league, which looks like they're gonna win the league, and Rice, the PR machine is crazy, Ahmed. You don't understand. It's not
You
only
admit
from
there's PR behind it, then you
it's
admit.
all the
No, but
players
you
this
can't
season has
deny that
PR
he would
behind.
deserve it. Yeah, you can't deny that he would deserve it if he wins it.
No chance.
If we win the league and he wins it, right?
Rice.
You can't say he
Rice.
does not deserve it, though. That's crazy.
So
He's
who else?
doing
Okay,
everything on the pitch.
guys, Arsenal win the league. Who deserves player of the league in the league?
Give it to
Gabriel.
Arteta, innit? Give it to Arteta.
Maybe Gabriel.
Stop.
Yeah,
Gabriel has been injured for about 2 months this season.
Saliba, maybe.
Why not Rice? I don't
Saliba
understand why you guys
Zubimendi.
are hiding away from the
Hold on,
Rice.
Saliba
This
has
Rice,
also been
yeah,
injured.
everyone, Ashraf, you
I'm
spot
trolling,
on.
I'm
Everyone
trolling,
was
I'm trolling, I'm
everyone was
trolling.
avoiding
they were-
Rice.
everyone is like
I'm
avoiding that highway. You know, like, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try to
I'm
find the
missing.
alleys.
I'm missing.
I'm gonna try to find the alleys instead of saying Rice. Mikel out coach Enrique. We got done by talent.
Nah, that's BS. But
You
BS.
joking?
The first goal Dembele scored was literally proper Enrique masterclass. The way they build up, the way they got the ball,
Transition,
carried
yeah,
it
yeah.
forward, the transition, everything was amazing. They also missed sitters that game, Diallo. Don't forget that.
He's saying more. If you give Mikel PSG talent, it's khalas. Who knows that he's gonna actually take that talent and unleash them? You're assuming.
Yeah.
You're assuming.
Well,
You're
again,
assuming.
I mean, you can't
I
say
think
that.
Arteta is a very good coach. I like Arteta. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah, he's a
let's
he's,
not over.
again, but let's be realistic. Arteta didn't have the type of talent that Enrique had, so you don't know. What he's
100%.
gonna do
Oh,
with
without
them.
a shadow of a doubt.
Arteta literally had to build something from nothing.
Wait, Dio. Who before they joined PSG and Enrique made them who they are? Who thought Fabian Ruiz, Joao Neves, and Vitinha were the best in the world?
No, that's
He
that's,
made them
facts.
that way.
Yeah,
He
what
got them to that level.
again, we knew who Dembele was at Barcelona. Injuries or what?
Number one, Fabian Ruiz was
I didn't say
magnificent
Dembele.
in Napoli.
I didn't
We're
say
talking
Dembele.
about the
I know he was
But
good
I'm
at
saying- but
Napoli.
I'm
Trust
saying
me.
that-
Ashraf, you know Fabian Ruiz was he was amazing at
Mo,
Napoli when they won the
trust,
league.
listen.
Ashraf,
I'm a
Ashraf,
Neymar stan. The
Ashraf,
moment Neymar went to
Ashraf,
PSG,
you pick
I've been
the players
watching.
on the team.
I've been. Well, sorry, Dio. Wallah, I'll come to you. I've been watching PSG 30, 40 games a season until Neymar left. When Fabian Ruiz joined PSG, he wasn't that good in his first
Yes,
season.
he wasn't.
He
I
was
know.
horrendous. It's this manager
So-
that came and
so
changed everything for him.
What you're doing is, I'm saying you've picked the players that he improved on. I'm talking about the other quality players that were on his squad that he inherited.
So
as well.
did you know Desiree Doué?
No.
No.
Did
That's-
you know Barcola?
Again,
But
Yeah,
the
but
point
not
still
all that,
stands.
these are
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
these are the
Barcola.
these are
That's
the
what
hey,
point stands then.
listen, I'm
He
saying
didn't improve Desiree
I'm
Doué. He
saying-
didn't improve
I'm
Barcola.
saying,
They were
you want
already
to
French
compare-
talents
you-
before
listen,
he
you want to
PSG as
compare
well.
the players
Yeah,
that
you
Mikel
can tell me.
Arteta had with
Javon.
those type of talents is what I'm saying. They are talents. I'm saying he inherited talent. Whether you like it or not.
Desiree Doué was one of the highest rated talents in
What are we
France
doing
with Barcola
here?
as well.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
he didn't
didn't
improve him.
improve him.
Barcola
No,
regressed.
you cannot say he didn't improve Desiree Doué, but
I'm not
I
saying he
agree that you cannot.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
my point.
you cannot give him
Ashraf,
the
Ashraf,
full hype
Ashraf,
for that.
I'm
But
not even
Vitinha, Joao Neves, and Fabian Ruiz is
Guys,
him.
there's
Did you know
another
who
guy.
Pacho was?
Him.
Did you know who Pacho was?
Did you know who Hakimi was?
No.
Did you know who
He was good,
Saliba
yeah,
was?
of course.
Did you know who? Did you know who
Of course
Saliba
you know
was?
Saliba.
Did you
What are we doing here?
you think Timba was a great right back?
I
Did you
knew
know who
Timber,
Saka
yes,
was?
I knew
Wait.
Timber.
We did
Of
know who
course.
Saliba because Saliba was signed under Emery, by the way. So we did know who Saliba was.
Saliba.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but he
we didn't know
wasn't
how
as
good he
good as
was.
this.
Ash, we didn't know he
What's
was.
the, okay? Hold on. What's
We
the
didn't know he
biggest
was gonna be
improvement?
good.
Who improved players? Like Arteta also improved players as well.
Yeah, we didn't know.
No,
Saliba was
I
good.
never
was
said he
saying
didn't. I
that.
said he's
I
a
was
very
just
good
saying-
coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Gabriel
I
was
was-
Abozo.
Ashraf,
Gabriel
but
was Abozo become the best midfield defender in the world.
The
I'm not
question
saying
is,
no, but you guys are acting like Enrique never
No,
improved
no.
anyone.
nobody said that. What I'm saying is what Enrique had were talented players that he could
Okay.
improve on. They were talent. What Arteta inherited were bozos and had to bring in new players and then start the improvement. I'm saying Enrique had people like Hakimi on
Blood on your hand,
he
Diallo,
had,
to
he, had, he had some players that you could be like, you know what, hey, this is talent that I can nurture. We had a Saliba that we sent on loan to nurture his skill and then bring him back to do some work. Again, that's all I'm saying. Nobody's saying that he didn't improve the players. I'm saying the quality of players that he had as compared to what Arteta had, which is why if you give Arteta quality players from the beginning, we don't know what he'll do with it, is what I'm saying. You don't know what the outcome will be. But we've seen what he can do.
Fair.
That has improved.
Mo Ash said Kai had a poor game. To a physical side of Sunderland, my best defender had a yellow card in the half of the game. What do you expect, Ash?
How does your best defender getting a yellow card early in the game have anything to do with Kai Havertz? I don't get what you mean. Saliba had a yellow card and still killed it. So I don't get your point there. Secondly, Kai is a physical player. Kai, unlike Eze and Odegaard, is actually a physical specimen. So if the game is physical, that should probably suit him even more, not suit him less. That has nothing to do with what my point was, which is getting involved in the game, the touches. Zubimendi and Rice were getting involved quite a lot and creating and going forward. Trossard was doing the same. Even Madueke, no, I don't think he had a good game. So
let me do this just weekend, guys. Just let me do this. With one game a week, Man United are locked in for top 3. We'll see. There is still. I'm not counting out Liverpool yet. I'm not yet. If Salah improves, Liverpool will finish ahead of us. That's a massive if, actually. Salah. That's a big if.
I think it's Chelsea that'll drop out of the top 5 at this rate.
It's a big if.
And Aston Villa is just gonna. All right, cool.
United will cruise top 3 and top 2 is within reach. I think is within reach. I still think it's a 20%, 30% chance max to finish there. What Mikel Arteta is doing with some of these players is equal magic. That's why hence I say Mikel Arteta is a fantastic coach. And
he is.
Can't wait if he wins the league this season, that people will end the discussions and start analyzing his football instead of saying he hasn't won anything, he's a bottle job. That's the reality that I can't wait for. But listen, the Final Whistle podcast, that's Javon's channel in the description. Ashraf Talks Ball does watch-alongs, Arsenal content as well. The Cora Pod with Sad and these guys. The Gunner Edge is Dio's channel. AA United, my man, Ahmed. Amazing content as always. But listen, big up people that are here. This will take you to... Now you all gonna go to Husam's channel. They're doing a Liverpool panel crisis meeting. It's not a crisis meeting. They're analyzing how to beat Man City tomorrow. So go guys to Husam's channel and judge more. Don't judge more. Just say.
And people
just say you'll never walk alone, guys.
No. This is it.
People, when you go over there,
Almar is better than Wirtz.
People, when you go over there in the chat, tell Hussam that Javon says he's gonna get demolished tomorrow, and watch his reaction.
Palmer better than Wirtz in their chat, guys, and Liverpool. This is it. This is gonna rattle all of the Liverpool guys. Big up, guys that are here. Thank you, Shaik Otto. United will finish 6th. I will. Someone clip this quickly. Someone clip this. Clip this. We need this. We need this. Mad. Clip this, guys. Yes, Palmer better than Wirtz. You go there. I will see you guys there. Thank you. Hit that like button. We're out of here.